And we are live. If you're watching this live on YouTube, you're watching a replay, and you have not been here before, well, my name is Krishi Kamat. I'm going to be helping a handful of creators grow their videography ad agency. So all the way from getting clients using paid ads to onboarding clients, service delivery, getting clients amazing results, all that kind of stuff we'll be covering today. If you get value from this video, like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. If you want to be a part of one of these coaching calls, scroll down to the description within this video, click that link. It'll take you to a page where you can book a call, have a conversation with myself. And yeah, without further ado, hope you enjoy. Yo, shout out. What's good? How long are you going to be around till today, Cheryl? I can't hear you, bro. I can't hear you, bro.
My bad. I'm over here talking the whole time. I said, "What's up?" and everything. What's going on with you, Coach? You all right, buddy?
I'm chilling. I'm
Good
chilling.
stuff, man. Good stuff. Yeah. So she's on her way home now. So we can head and do what we got to do. But I'm gonna try to stay as long as I can. Uh,
Um, the reason I was asking, I wanted to go over something at the very beginning,
okay.
because we had somebody churn, and I thought that'd be like a learning lesson for everybody.
Okay. I feel like
Yeah.
I have an idea.
Yeah. Like, so you probably be like within an hour have to bounce or so.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
Oh, all right,
Let's
cool,
go.
cool.
Yeah,
Cool,
that's
bro.
good.
I do want to wait. So I guess like me and you can start actually then in that
Yeah,
case.
that's cool.
And start with our stuff. So I guess like I have something in terms of like what you can do for that
Okay.
event if you decide if you're able to talk. So I don't know if that's the case or not, but I was thinking about it
Uh-huh.
and basically I was thinking through these. I was like, okay, the first thing you could do is you could go on the stage and you can pitch an expensive thing. And you could say, hey, this is limited to 10 people. The problem is that it's going to be a very low conversion rate to maybe even
Mm-hmm.
a 0% conversion just because it's your first time, right? You already know the deal.
Mm-hmm.
First time we
Yeah.
do, we usually fall flat on our face. And that's like a really hard thing to do. The second thing was like, okay, well, what if he pitches like a $27 to $97 thing? And
Mm-hmm.
then the people that do buy, you can get them to, like, for example, buy on their phone.
Mm-hmm.
Now, let's say theoretically you're able to get people buy on their phone at the event, then you would need to nurture them and then get them to the event. So let me go and just like start with everybody, and then we'll pivot back to that.
Okay. Yeah, let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Jalen, Ryan, hope you guys doing well.
Yeah. Hope you are too, man.
Chilling.
Yes, same for you. You feeling better?
Yeah, do I sound better?
Sounding better, yeah. You sound like
Yo,
you're about to die on my little voice notes, and I'm like, dang.
it was a tough week. I was taking Mucinex like twice a day and a lot of Robotustins, but I'm good. Thank you.
Good, good.
But guys, so I was just going over something with Cheryl because Cheryl has to leave a little bit earlier, but I wanted to share something with the whole group. And there's other members are hopping in, but I think we can go and get started now because I want really I was thinking about you core three, and getting this lesson over to you guys. But guess what, guys? We have our first churn that you guys know of. So Stuart churned. So Stuart had wrapped up. So Stuart, I gave him 4 months instead of 3 months. And the reason I gave him 4 months, guys, is because I am kind of guinea pig testing out the follower funnel,
Hmm.
something that I may have talked to you guys about. And so he was like, "Yeah, cool. I'll give the follower funnel a shot." I was like, "Okay, cool. If you give the follower funnel a shot, I'll give you an extra month because that's something I need help with as well." Um, and so he had just wrapped up. His last coaching call was supposed to be last week, right?
Hmm.
So churned. You guys have been here. So obviously everybody's like focused on themselves, and obviously you guys try to listen to other people and see what you guys can learn. I want to kind of gauge, and before I say anything, I want to kind of get an idea from your perspective, like why do you think he churned?
Um, I think engagement. One of the big things that you talk about is making sure that you stay around a team. That way you're able to grow. You're the average of the five people you hang with, right? You speak very, very direct to that. And the main thing is, hey, I just need you to be around, you know what I'm saying, and hear what's going on, know what's going on, because not only does it motivate you, but it gives you, you know what I'm saying, you can know what's going on with everybody else. You can learn things like that. To me, like I said, that's why, I'm in every call. I try to do everything, because I know that sometimes you can get discouraged, right? Things ain't going your way like that. And the worst thing somebody can do is get discouraged and phase out, not show up to things like that. So I think that's one of the main reasons why it happened.
Okay. What else, guys? That's definitely a part of it.
Maybe burnout. I don't know. It does take a lot to get up for these calls and to be on all the time and to kind of keep up with everything. And I can see that taking its toll after a while for sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Jalen, you got some
Um,
thoughts?
my thought, since I have done the follower funnel, is is the speed delete that could be an issue for
So,
him. I know.
so, so really quick before
Oh,
you say something,
okay.
um, he never launched the follower funnel, so he didn't even get to that.
Oh, all
So,
right. Well,
so
then my
part,
comment's not gonna be
right.
real.
Yeah. So the reason I wanted to bring you three on, because I want you three to really understand this. But also the reason I'm kind of bringing it up is like you guys have been here and you guys have kind of, so like I said at the very beginning, you guys are all focused on yourself. You guys all have your own problems, but when other members are here, you kind of get an idea of like where are they at. Like for example, kind of get an idea of where Bishla's at. Kind of get an idea. Okay, I know where Max at. He hasn't launched yet.
Mhm.
Okay, Shiro has launched. I see him in the wins channel, so he's closed a few deals. Okay, I've seen Ryan close a few deals. So you kind of get an idea of like where people are at.
Mhm.
So based off of that, Jalen, what you might not have a full picture context of like where he's at, but based off of your guess, try to answer that question again of like why you think he may have churned. And then if you guys want to go around Shirel now and Ryan based off of that new information, because that's
Mhm.
important, like I just said, you guys
Mhm.
can run some more theories if you guys want.
Yeah, I only actually remember seeing him like once on camera.
Okay.
So, um, he wasn't, being engaged, asking for help possibly, like with you, like how we do on the weekly calls plus in the Slack channel. So I don't know, maybe he just gave up altogether. I don't know where he is in his business. Like I said, I have not heard him speak. I don't even remember hearing his voice. So I don't know.
Sure.
But yeah.
Sure. Okay.
Maybe too, man. I know a big one. What people can be, what you're focused on at that moment. Um, I know I can speak for myself. One thing that you said that stuck with me is, hey, man, you know, you're getting paid to learn. You're getting paid to grow in what you do. Um, so I don't know. Maybe where his focus was,
Sure.
you know,
Sure.
um, can have a play in that as well.
So Ronnie Jorge, I don't know Jorge if you're still there, but basically we had person churn. So you guys all know this person. Jorge, you might not know him as much, but his name's Stuart. So Stuart, Ronnie, you know Stuart. So Stuart churned. So he basically wrapped up and uh basically I sent him the Loom video, which I sent people at the 3 month mark, right? So Shara, this is what I was saying to you literally earlier today. I'm like, hey, I'm
Hmm.
gonna send you a video here in 3 weeks' time. Once your time
Hmm.
is over. Everybody, when your time's over, I'm gonna send you a video. And in that video, I go over, hey, strengths, weaknesses, concerns. I go over here are the milestones that you hit. Here's the milestones that lay ahead of you. Where do you want to go from here? Give people
Hmm.
options. That's pretty much it. And then from there, it's like, hey, what do you want to do? And so you guys all know what are the options. Option one is, hey, Kushik, I want to re-up. Cool. There's content for you to consume and specific things for you guys to do. I'm not gonna give it away right now. Um, and then you guys can re-up after you go through that homework. Option two is you say, hey, Kurshik, I don't want to continue coaching, but I do need access to all the funnels and ads and everything because guess what? I want to continue to get leads and or I set something up for somebody else and I need those ads and those funnels and everything, or else my client's not going to pay me. Option three is, hey, Kaushik, I don't want to continue coaching. I don't want to continue coaching, and I don't I'm done. So then it's like, okay, we delete all your stuff. All right. So those are the three options. And so basically, he came back. He said, hey, cool. I'm going to churn. Basically, I'm going to terminate. Right. So that's just kind of an idea of like what happened with what happened the past few days. And Jorge, again, this is important for you as well, bro, because you're pivoting more into the coaching stuff, right? So basically, why? So this is the part that's really important, guys, and this is why niching is so important, guys. Like if you're gonna remember something, try to remember this. There's no way I would know this. There's no way. There's no way I would know this if I was working chiropractors, dentists. There's just no way. There's no way I would know this if I work with two people of every niche and had like 10. There's just no way. I had to do 100+ reps of this to figure this out. It took me about 30. That's why I keep saying the magic number is 30. It took me about 30 reps to figure this out. Every business is like this. We talk about something called activation points. You guys ever heard this term activation point?
Mm-mm.
Okay. So activation point is like a specific thing you need your customers to do within a specific period of time to continue to stay. So for example, if somebody, for example, downloads Go High, you get to Go High Level. Why on earth do you think are they trying to hit you up like crazy to help you get that stuff up? Because they know that you ain't about to pay 97. If after the 14 days is up, they know they're not going to get paid $97 a month if you don't use at least a certain number of features within those 30 days. That is why. Right? When it comes to certain softwares, they're like, okay, like they know exactly who's clicking on what. They know like, okay, these 5 buttons people need to click on. If they don't, they're not going to stay with us. So they optimize their software around that. Coaching, consulting, agency is no different. There are specific things that you need people to hit within a specific number, within a certain milestone. So for me, I have learned, and now you guys are going to get it. Why do I keep saying, tell the pussy brain to shut up? I don't care if it's got a heartbeat close to it. All these things that I do is because it is true, but also because those are my milestones. Those, I'm sorry, that's my activation point. I know that in my bones. So I need people within 45 days. And so again, Mac isn't here and Alicia's not here, but I wanted to speak to them as well. And when they hop on, you guys should be like, here's why. Is within 45 days, guys, I need to see somebody launch the six-figure, 6-week sales calls, have multiple sales calls, at least bare minimum. Ideally, they've also closed at least one deal. Ideally. This is what needs to happen in 45 days. So if I look at Mac's not here right now, maybe he'll listen to replay. I'm getting worried about him because we're about day 30 and he hasn't launched yet. So I'm not sitting back and chilling, right? A lot of agents, they're just like sitting back, like, yo, he already paid me. Here's what it is. Like, yeah, sure, Mac paid me, but guess what? I want to get paid again. I never want to stop getting paid. But guess what? He's not going to pay if I don't say something, if I don't get him to get step in. I know that for a fact. I know that in my bones because I've done so many reps. The next thing that needs to happen is within the 3 months that we're together. So this is, and by the way, if somebody does this within 45 days, I know that they're moving at a fast enough rate. If somebody launches the six-figure, 6-week sales funnel and they have a sales call by day 90, they're not going to stay with me. They need to do this within 45 days. Okay. And then the next thing I need them to do is I need them to close at least one deal from the 6-figure, 6 weeks, or at least see the light at the end of the tunnel where they're like, damn, this shit does work. I just got to get better. There's no blame on Koshik. There's no blame on the system. There's no blame on anything other than I am taking responsibility and I just got to get better. People need to believe that. Either they have closed a deal or they need to believe that. Okay. And so for Stuart, he hopped in, guys, and then he initially wanted to he basically has a company, he basically works for a group called Mission X Mission, and he's currently getting paid about $8,000. And we did an exercise, if you guys were here, where like he was just like struggling for a few weeks, and I literally like took all the things he was doing, all the clients he had, and we found he was working about 60 hours a week. So working 60 hours a week, I understand why again, I told him, hey, I want you to build and launch a 6-figure 6 week because if you don't do that, then I can't help you with the other stuff that we have. And so I spent like 3 or 4 weeks, and every single week was the same thing. Hey, bro, I haven't gotten it done. I haven't gotten it done. I'm really close. I'm really close. What do you need to do? Bro, I just need to do this one thing and launch. Why don't you do it? And the straight up the truth, and he's here. If he was here, he would say that he was just being a pussy. And rightfully so. And I told him in his Loom video, and if he was here right now, I would have no shame saying it. I said it in the Loom video, is like, he was just stressed out. And if you guys, he only talked a few times, but if you guys caught on, he would say, yeah, I want to do it. It's just something in my mind. I'm just having anxiety. Why? Because he's already put in 60 hours. This is why I always tell you guys, hey, don't take on extra stuff because I've seen it. I know what happens. And so he was putting in 60 hours. So like he knew that the moment he's on launch, he's a smart guy. He's a smart guy. He's probably one of the smartest ones in this group, straight up. He worked for Facebook. He knows how this stuff works. He already runs ads for the church, right? But he knew that the moment he's going to launch, he's going to have all this extra stress, and then it's whatever. And then so we did the six. So, but let me take a step back. He came from a coaching program before me that he paid $16,000 for, and that program that he paid for it was one of my students. So some kid bought from me and then charged him 16,000. He joined that program. He didn't do anything with it. And then he joined my program. We did the six figure. He couldn't get him to do six figures. Then I pivoted him to building a low ticket funnel to help him, which is the ultimate thing that he wanted to do, is like basically like me, sell low ticket courses to people that want to learn about podcasts and then upsell them a $5,000 coaching program. So I was going to help him do literally the same thing I do. And so there was like 4 weeks. So after like I think like 6 weeks of waiting, I was like, hey, Stuart, we can't do this anymore. Look, let's just move and then let's just move on to this. I need you to write some scripts. I'm gonna give you some ideas. And week after week, again, I didn't hear anything. And then guess what happened? He missed one coaching call. And then he would reach out, hey, Coach Sheik, I'm so sorry. And then a few weeks later, he missed another coaching call. And this coaching call was like, hey, Coach Sheik, it was a last minute type of deal. It was like these types of messages. Hey, I apologize for missing last night. Had a thing, couldn't come. Like, bro, no, no, we all know how important these are. We know what these are. And he's just not prioritizing it. And so a lot of it is also like him realizing he's so far behind. I know that part of him felt like, hey, Koshik has kind of given up on me, and I'm gonna keep it real like I was. And when I say giving up, I don't mean like giving up on you as a person. I just mean like I will help you, but I need your help to help you. I need you to like try to catch up. But not ever giving up on him as a person. But more so like, hey man, like I don't it's hard for me. My hands are tied. There's not much I can do for you, man. And so I think part of it was that. And then the more you fall off, and this is the other important part, and this is the part that you picked up on, Shirel and Jalen, is like the more you don't stay, like the further behind you get, the further behind you're gonna let yourself go. And you're just not gonna show up. It's like, hey, I missed I'll start dieting, in a week. A week comes by, month's almost done. Let me wrap up this month. And then you know what? No, year's almost done, new year's, new me. And then nothing, life doesn't happen. And I see Jalen cracking up. You guys are cracking up. You guys are nodding. That's what it is. And so basically that's what happened, guys. They churned. That's why he churned. So as I bring this up again, it's like, how are you going to know this if you're working with car dealerships and this and that and this and that? You have your specific program and you have to figure out for yourself. For example, with you, Shirel, what is it going to be for you? Maybe within 30 days, you got to make somebody 5 bands or something. I don't know. Like every niche, you have to figure out the core thing. For me, this is all I care about. This is it. This is it. I know that if people do this, I'm going to get paid forever. Straight up. As crazy as it sounds, like this is all I have to do. If I do this, people will pay me forever. That's all I care about. That's my game. That's the game I play. So within the first 30, so hopefully, Jorge, that's making sense for you as well. Hopefully, it's like you got to figure out what your activation points are, and you're not going to know until you've done 30 reps in a particular niche. And once you have, then you'll know, okay, this is what I got to do. So when I look at Mac, again, I'm being chill. You guys don't know what's going through my head. Hopefully now you guys will probably have a better idea. But I'm listening to you guys. I'm seeing what he's doing. I'm seeing what Alicia's doing. But all I care about is like, hey man, like how close, and I have to tread carefully because I don't want to overstep. I don't want to be too much of a douche, but I know what I got to do. I know I got to do this if I want to continue to get paid. And so here's the reality. When you figure shit like this out, here's the reality. So, once I started, once I came up with like my licensing fee and everything like that, here's the reality. Here's how crazy business can become. The reality is if I can do this with somebody, here's all I have to do. I just have to do this. And guess what? The reality is that somebody needs to make around $500 per month to continue at least the $1,000 license fee. So remember the three options: quit, have everything deleted, pay for more coaching, or at least 1,000 a year to keep access to everything. If I help somebody make at least $500 a month, right? Like they land a client, they make at least $500 a month. Why on earth would they not continue to pay Go High Level $97 a month? And then why on earth would they not pay me $1,000 a year? Because they're making 6,000. Like that's like, it doesn't even make sense. So it's like golden handcuff. It's literally golden handcuff. So if I can help somebody make at least $500 a month, bare minimum, they will continue to pay me at least $1,000 a year to keep access to everything. So if 100 people, if I help 100 people make $500 a month, that's $6,000 a year. That means that I have to help people generate $600,000 a year in total for me to basically make $100,000 per year passive. That's where things really add up.
Yeah.
$100,000 a year passive. And all I have to do is this. That's when you start really figuring out your activation points, you got to figure out what the fuck you need to do in your business. It's like it's very keep it stupid simple or keep it simple stupid, right? So hopefully that was a learning lesson for you guys. Hopefully you guys found value in that.
Yeah,
Right.
appreciate that for real. As
So
W.
yeah, man, I want to, I shared Cody with you guys. I shared Stuart with you guys. I'm not going to just sit here and share wins with you guys. There's a lot of value in these as well. Um, any questions, comments, concerns, thoughts,
Do you
verbal?
think there's well I'm pretty sure I know the answer, but just to make sure there's nothing you could if somebody's not willing to help themselves, there's nothing you can really do probably on your end.
Another lesson is like, you guys have to also learn to be kind to yourself
Yeah.
because you see cases like this. No, here's the thing. I will say most of the time people are blaming other people. This is not permission to blame other people.
Yeah.
I will say you cannot blame other people until you've gotten the 30 reps in.
Yeah.
You have no room. Nobody has any room to blame other people until you've gotten the 30 reps in because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Nobody knows.
Hmm.
All you know is you blood, sweat, tears those first 30 clients.
Yeah.
Everything in power. And then you will figure out, and then you will realize, like, yeah, there's just some people just can't do much.
Oh.
So yeah, if I were to take things back with Stuart, I mean, I know there's not much. His thing is he had too much going on. There's no matter what I did for him, no matter what anyone does, and I told him in the Loom video, I said, bro, like, I'm not gonna, I don't know, I'm not gonna try. I don't want to spend too long here, but just so you guys know, I literally told him, hey, Stuart, this or restructure your deal with them. Another thing is you can downscale. You can stop working with mission expedition or downscale. So you can build your own thing. That's kind of basically what I'm saying with this option, actually. I guess like one option is like downscale mission expedition to build your own thing. Instead of take 6 months, it's gonna take you 12 months. Or you just completely, stop mission expedition, downscale your life, you move to an apartment, you guys do something, then give me like 6 months to help you out, and you'll be good. Like, but these are to me, it's very obvious these are the choices. The choice is not to take on a new client. New client, like what you said a few times, new client, new something, hammer. You need it. Anyways, man, like this is me kind of like, and like I'm literally telling him. So you need to first get your time back, or you need to stop looking into courses, coaching. It's like stop paying people. Like just stop paying me, stop paying everybody else. Like, because if you can't help yourself, like it's not going to work for you. You know. So,
Yeah.
I'm rambling, but like, any other thoughts before we continue? Jalen, do you have thoughts? Ryan, do you have thoughts?
I don't think so.
Falling off is scary.
What's that?
Falling off is scary. You don't know when you're falling off until somebody calls it out.
Yeah, and that's the tough part is like, um, it's hard to, I'd love to call everybody out, but then some people, they get butthurt or, they get offended. And so you have to know how to do it the right way.
Mhm.
And yeah, you're right. You never know yourself when you're, your students, when you guys, again, your students, your clientele, they're not going to know when they're falling off. That's the duty of you to know, and your job, that is your job, is to try to push people to know how to navigate that. But they're not going to know. They're not going to know. It's not their job to know. But yeah, anything else, guys? Yeah.
No, I
Okay.
appreciate that.
Yeah, you're welcome. Mac, what's good? Hope you're doing well, bro. We were going over something important. We had a churn. So remember, the other week I was breaking down Cody and what happened there. So I like to share my wins with you guys, but I also like to share the L's.
Can y'all hear me? Sorry.
Yeah, we can hear you. We
Okay,
can hear
great.
you. But I like to share the L's as well because there's a lot of learning lessons there as well. And
Okay.
so we had a churn recently, and I was just going over that. And I do think this is important for you to see. So if you want to come back and watch this after Chase coaching call, just like the first 15, 20 minutes, it does pertain to you. I think you'll get value from it.
Okay, great.
Yeah. So, all right, guys. So I don't see a whole lot of questions today, so I'm guessing today's kind of like last week or pretty chill. I will go over Shiro because Shiro does have to get going, guys. So I'm going to go over something with him really quick, and then we'll go in order. Um, If that's cool, is that cool? Unless is everybody cool with that? Is that okay? Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So Charlotte, with you, bro, like I was saying, I would not try to pitch the 5K thing on because again, low conversion rate is just probably not going to work that well. I the 2797, I think that actually would work really well for you. The problem with that is remember all the things that we did to get you here, for example, like everything is by design. Hey, can I drop you a voice note? Da 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 da, and then getting you the loom. There it is a whole thing. And so the question then becomes, do you know what you're going to need to say and do on the discovery call, and then get them on the sales call, and then what you need to say and do on the sales call to pitch? And I think one, it's going to take a lot of time. And then two, like you will figure it out. Like, by like your 10th one, you're probably gonna close at least like one. But the other thing I was thinking about was this is like I was thinking about like just doing it Myron's way. I think this would actually work really well for you. So basically at the event, I would say either do this or this, this or this. So at the event, what you can do is you can pitch a $1,000 thing, a 997 thing, right? And that can be you can again position. So it's like only one thing. So instead of having something for the business owners and something for the 9 to 5ers are trying to like look for an opportunity, you position as a thing that's going to help them and them. It's going to help both. And what you want to do, and you want to probably like sprinkle in there, like, hey, if you do this, you're gonna like, you're gonna get hand holding this, that, this. I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna help you. So for those of you guys that are business owners, not only are you gonna get all this information, or not only are you gonna get this thing, but actually, no, no, no. Let me take a step back. Point is, you do the $1,000 thing, but you have to position where it works for the 9 to 5ers and the business owners. That's the core
Gotcha.
thing. Okay.
Okay.
And then offer payment options, like, and then things like PayPal credit and Klarna and Affirm. Why? Because damn near anybody can get the $1,000. If they don't have an absolute terrible credit score, people that are going to be able to pay for that. Okay.
Hmm.
And then, you want to say, hey, this is limited to 10 people only, right? People are going to whip out their phone, da, da, da. And then what's going to happen is maybe you're going to have, and then what you're going to do is you're going to tell the thing that you're going to be selling is what I would do is I would sell a 5-day live event. That's what
Hmm.
I would sell a 5-day live event. Like, hey, in these 5 days, day one, we're going to go over content. Day two, we're going to go over ads. Day three, we're going to go over this. Day four, right? We're going to go over all these things that are going to help you. So regardless of where, and maybe you can even share the 7 I don't know actually if you want to do that. It might be too complex. Um,
We definitely gonna talk. We definitely gonna talk. I like it. I like it.
okay. So basically, the idea is, you get people so hyped up that they're like, yeah, man, I'm going to pay for this $1,000 thing.
Hmm.
Um, So I don't know exactly what the pitch needs to be, what it needs to be. I think it just needs to create enough curiosity, enough desire where then
Right.
what $1,000, no brainer, 5-day all-inclusive intensive thing with Shirel. He's going to go over all this stuff. It should hit like everybody in the crowd. Some people want to focus on ads. Some people want to focus on getting out of 9 to 5. Some people are business owners that are like, oh, I know ads is a solution. Let me hop in and talk with Shirel.
Yeah.
Right. And then what's going to happen is more than 10 people are probably going to buy. So then you have to do is you have to look at the first 10 people and then reach out like, hey, we have such a huge demand. Are you guys okay with some more people joining? Because obviously you don't want to lose sales, but you don't want to be unethical.
Yeah.
So
Right.
if you get like 20 people to join, for example, then you're going to be chill because everybody's going to be chill about it. Then I
Hmm.
would do a 5-day live event where I teach one thing per day, content, ads, sales, etc. And then at the end, and plus you want to get people access to go high level. So you might even have like a day where you're like, hey, on day 3, guys, we're gonna do AI, and then you literally get everybody to download Go High Level. Be like, hey guys, I hooked it up. This is gonna be free for you guys 30 days. Don't worry about it. If after 30 days you guys don't make money with it, you just tell me, and I'm gonna hook it up for you guys. So again, your job is just to get them to click, get your affiliate commission within those first.
Yeah.
So that's gonna be huge.
Lowering, and I see it's lowering risk too.
Yeah.
It's lowering risk as well. So
Yeah. So like you can have a whole one day where you just show all this cool AI stuff and you get them to start like setting up Go High Level and stuff. And
okay.
then what I would do is I would pack it, I would film the content just like I filmed my workshop. I would film that because now you have that 5-day content as you can sell that by itself down the road in the future. Um, and then I would package a 5-day, yeah, package it, film in the future, of course. But then what I would do is I would upsell $5,000 at the end to work more closely with you. Now think about why that, yeah, you're getting it. So if somebody spends 5 whole days with you, bro, and you're teaching something really cool,
Yeah.
then a certain percentage of people are like, yeah, Shara, I want more of this. I want
Yeah.
you to actually set this up for me. And so again, how you do this, this is Myron Golden is a master of this. And so he does
And do
like
you
things like at the very beginning where he's like, hey guys, so I'm gonna do this 5-day thing with you. Now, both of you for you guys, da, 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 I know this is gonna be like super valuable. You guys are learning so much stuff. But at the end of the day, I know that some people are still gonna have some questions at the end, or you're gonna want me to actually just set everything up for you in your business. And so at the end, on day 6, or on day 5, I got something very special for you guys. For those of you guys that want more hands-on. Now, typically I do charge 30,000 for this. Right. But that's not what I'm going to be doing. I got something special for you guys. That's something Myron calls like marinating. where you scare the fuck out of people right from the get-go and you say something super expensive. So by the time you get to the end, you say 5,000, they're like, oh, this is easy. You know,
Yeah.
right? So um go ahead. You got a question, bro.
Yeah, I was ready to say, and with the and like I said, we could talk more about it with the 5K after the it's over with. Um, would that be like a type of mentorship type thing too, as well, of walking them through, or how would you position that?
If I were to be honest, if I were in your shoes, a lot of times call funnels are really good
Hmm.
because you basically run an ad, people call you, have a conversation, you figure out what the hell they want, and you just give it to them. It's not like some structured program. Like the first
Yeah,
30 clients, this goes back to 30 clients. You don't have a structure, you just help them with whatever they need.
yeah,
And so if I were you and I had like, you know, three people pay me 5 grand, some people want more hands-on, some people want mentorship, I would just do a little bit of everything.
okay,
I would just give them what they need. I mean, if you make a crap ton of money from it, I mean,
yeah,
I would just bend over backwards and here's the other thing I was thinking about. I was like, if this works out really well for you, this could be like a thing where
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like this could be something
Like
that's
that.
you.
You know who it reminds me of? That does that kind of got his name. Starts with an O. I forgot his name, but he helps like people with like content and know like helps them with their content. Basically, whatever business, it helps every business, but to know, like you said, with the focus on content, ad, sales, it's every point that every business needs. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I'll send it to you later who remind me because I forgot his name right now. But yeah, I'm saying I like it though. It's dope.
Yeah. So that's pretty much, you know, I'll play around
Yeah.
with it. I think you're gonna convert people like on the again back in the day when I used to sell $1,000 course and then on my site I gave people the option where I said 5 payments of 250, 2 payments of 600 or something, and then if you don't have that, you can use PayPal credit. And I had a bunch of people use PayPal credit, a bunch of people use payment plans. So it's like it's gonna be very. I don't see this as being a huge bottleneck.
Okay.
And I think that the other reason that this is important is because this is going to be painful enough that those people will show up, right? They're going to pay enough where they will have skin in the game. They will show up.
Yeah.
And then they're going to convert because of the repeat exposure. I could see you kind of smirk and grin. You already know, like you're in
Yeah.
those people sitting there. Um, and then yeah. So, and then also the other reason I'm suggesting doing this is over these two is like it'll give you more of an opportunity to work in like a group capacity and speak to people. And
Yeah.
that's going to prepare you for the next round that you do of this.
Okay. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yep, yep. Questions, comments, concerns?
Mm.
Okay, cool, cool. Um, all right, Mr. Mac Reed. What's going on, bro? Let's have a look at your stuff. We can't hear you, bro.
Sorry, I was trying to click it off. Yeah. Okay. Here. Sure. Me. Hey, go to edit. Okay. Cool. Can you share my
You
screen?
got a question on Audience Plus. Make sure that.
Yeah. I'm gonna share. I'm gonna show you. I'm about
Okay,
to show you that.
okay.
Can you see? Did
Go
it
ahead and
show
try
you?
again, bro.
Okay. I'll try again. Cool. Okay. Mhm. You can see my screen. Too
Um,
small.
I can't see your screen yet. Can you try sharing? Is there something that's going to pop up that's asking you to share your screen again?
Oh, let me do it. Yeah, it did it. It asked me again. Hold on. There
There
you
we
go.
go.
There you go. Should work now. See, is it good? Is it clear?
Yep.
Okay. So I remember when I was looking at everything and it told me about the Advantage Plus and you want it to be off, but it's kind of telling me I need to turn a few things off for it to be off. So I'm kind of a little bit confused on how to
I
go
just
about
requested remote access.
it. Okay.
Okay. All right. Let me, um, oops. All right. So you're using a camping budget or have,
Yeah, I was clicking everything. I was just like, that's not working. That's not it.
okay. So this is not giving us an option to, okay, okay, okay. I see what you're doing. Okay. So it's not necessarily Advantage Plus. It's basically campaign budget versus ad set budget. So campaign budget, what that means, bro, is let's say you had like three ad sets in here. right? So let's say, so right now you have just one ad set. Let's say you had three ad sets. You can't let Facebook is going to automatically allocate the budget however it wants between those three ad sets.
Oh, okay.
So that's what happens if you select campaign budget versus if you select ad set budget. Now you can basically dictate how much you want to go to each ad set. So this is why I was saying you want to select ad set budget, which is this one, and not campaign budget. And you want
I
to deselect this one.
I think it went default back because I know I was following instructions. Maybe that's why when I clicked back and moved back and forth, it must have set it up
Okay.
because I know I was like, hold on, okay, fine, okay. Now I see it though. I appreciate that.
Yeah, yeah. Does that make
Okay.
sense though, bro?
Yeah. So even if I click asset, it's still on there. That's the reason why. So
So are you,
since
were you, you're talking about this stuff up here, Advantage Plus Leads campaign?
yeah, because you said it should be off because that's where I was confused. It's still
So I wouldn't worry about this. Don't worry about this. So
okay. Cool.
Advantage Plus is like I don't know, bro. It's like branding. It's like something new that they're trying to call this.
Yeah.
I just won't worry
Yes.
about it.
I see. Okay.
The only thing that's
Okay.
important is these two. Like you got to make sure you select the right one of these two.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So
Okay.
that's good there. What
And
else you
then
got?
next, and then so it was the location that I was curious about.
Oh yeah, I would do Dallas, Texas, bro. Like I would obviously like
Cool.
Texas is like way too big, bro.
Yeah, it's big, but I did Dallas 50-mile radius, so it's covering like outer city of Dallas as well.
Yeah.
I know certain areas that might be better to, pinpoint, but that would be later on once I get more data.
Okay.
I feel like that would be the smartest way just to hit the whole Dallas area from 50 miles out, and then I start hitting more, and then go from there. And then
Like hitting like more affluent places. That kind of what you're getting at.
yeah, yeah,
Okay, I
yeah.
got you.
So like I know the areas to be like, oh, I want to let me hit Frisco or Plano, or I know that, but I think hitting the whole like surrounding areas would work.
Yeah.
So and then also for that, would you say for the um
Disconnecting. Oh, there he is. There you are. What were you saying, Mac? I think you cut broke out for a little bit.
I'm sorry, can you hear me now?
Yep, we got you, bro.
Okay, cool, great. So are you still controlling it, right?
No, no, no.
Oh, it says you're still controlling on my screen.
Yeah,
So
I'm controlling, but I haven't like I'm not moving it.
okay, cool. So like I'm when I was going through it, it was showing me some of the ads that it kind of already created, like
Uh-huh.
using the same words,
Yeah.
except for that one. But the using the same words, I was saying like I already did the one, um, like you already said.
Hmm.
I was just basically saying, you think it would still be cool to still utilize the ones that they made too using AI or
I would not do that.
okay,
Yeah, yeah.
okay, so I'm gonna go back to review, go back to the ones that they showed, and then I just turn them off. That's fine.
Yeah. Let's do this. I guess let's do this. I'll have a look, but what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna like look through everything, the campaign ad set and ad settings for you, just to make sure everything's good.
Okay.
But what I want to do is like specifically answer your questions first. So let's not mess with this, is what I'm
No, we're
getting.
not. Yeah, no, I'm just going. We still sharing my screen, but that's kind of the question. That
Okay.
was the question I really had was the location and the ads, and then the audience. Those were the ones that I just wanted to make sure that was correct. So
In terms of
far,
in terms of audience, were you talking about
the ad plus thing
oh,
that you
okay,
told
okay.
me to turn off
I see.
specifically, but it didn't give me that option to turn it off specifically. It told me like I had to in, not include some other ones, like not include some of the audience in order for it to show that it's not there.
Yeah. So
It's
there are a few things I'm looking at. So give me a second. I'm gonna run this from top to bottom for you, okay? And I think this will help you out. Okay. So let's do this because there are a few things that I'm seeing here. So just want to make sure we're good here. So we're good here. Leads, ad set budget, we're good here. So everything's chill here.
mm-hmm.
And then at the ad set level, so max by number of leads, that's good. And then you have your pixel. The thing is this right here. We want to make sure we always select we need to tell Facebook like what are we trying to optimize for? So what we want to optimize for is lead. Did you see what I did there, bro?
Yeah, so I think that's what I was looking for. That was going to be part of the audience part too
Mm,
that I didn't see. I didn't see that. Um I saw conversions maximized by conversions. That's what it showed, but it didn't give me that. You see it? Okay, that's why what I made excuse, not to take away, but you remember originally on when you showed us, you said you wanted to say website and then maximize number of conversion. That's what I had originally, but then I went back and changed it to single to website.
mm.
So I just thought that's what this is just what it was,
Yep, it is. So
and then I did this conversion event wasn't giving me. I don't know if I was missing it, so it was
yeah.
showing me something else. It was showing me another thing. So that's
So back in the day, so this is a change that Facebook recently made, bro. So back in the day, we used to just have like you used to say just website. When you say website and instant forms, then what happens is this prompt changes,
yeah,
which is like maximize number of conversions. So it's just like maximize number of leads is basically the same thing as maximize number of conversions. Just
yeah.
like different terminology, but it's the
So
same.
when I went back and fixed it, I didn't. That's you just caught the conversion events to lead because it didn't give me that option when I was like, okay, maybe it's something different, but I got it.
Mm,
It was giving me another. It was giving me not leads, but another option. So
mm.
that was one of it. It was yeah. So I see now.
Yeah, so we want to select lead. And the reason it's saying active event view content is because it's you I think it's because a lead has not came through yet. That's why technically. So
Oh,
as soon
okay.
as a lead comes in, this will turn green. Like this one.
Oh, okay. That's why I thought I couldn't pick it. That's what. That's the reason. Okay, okay. So see now. See, makes sense. All right, all right.
Yeah. All right, so let's keep going. Um, this bid strategy is not super important now, but down the road it will be important. Um, value, rules, placement, standards, we're good there. So how much are you trying to spend per day? Are you trying to spend 25 per day or $50 per day?
Well, I'll see. I'll figure out how much I'm gonna spend. Most likely, I'm gonna try to spend 50 a day. But some other, I had got a root canal like 2 hours ago. So
Oh, shoot.
that yeah, so it kind of threw a damper into what I had got going on.
You
So
good?
yeah, but
Okay.
it comes to the territory. Like
Yeah.
yeah. So basically, I smashed my face like some years ago. I got
Mm,
hit with concrete, so I chipped my front tooth. So basically, it's about that time to kind of like, it is what it is. It just came with that. So I had to get
mm,
a root canal, and then I got to get a replacement cap for my front tooth because of the situation. So that just came up to be like $2,000 out of the blue. So yeah. So if you want to know if I'm good, yeah, I'm good. But
yeah, I got you.
it just came with the territory. So basically, I'm just gonna figure out how I'm going, make shit shake. That's the
Yeah.
real. So,
Okay.
but
Yeah. So
right
yeah,
now I'll figure it out. I'm still putting bread. I still have some money aside, but I'm still gonna put some money aside. See how I want to be
25 is
with
good.
it.
25 is good. I mean, let's just
Okay.
see. If it were me, bro, I would probably start off by spending like 15 on like a story and then 15 on a feed.
Yeah. That's what you said. It split it in half or something like that, right?
Yeah, because like
Yeah.
sometimes some people stories works better, some people feeds works better. So I wouldn't instead of spending all 25 bucks here, I would just like have one for feeds and one for stories.
Oh, so I'm gonna be making another
Yeah.
another set.
Or here's another thing. So again, it's gonna be a little bit confused, but we can actually do feeds and stories in this one ad set. We can do it that
Oh,
way as
okay.
well.
Okay. Okay,
So
cool.
Yeah. So actually, we'll probably just do that then, just to keep it simple. So I'll walk you through how to do that. So basically, I'll scroll up to the top and I'll say um, feeds and stories. Okay.
And it will do just the same as far as for both, or do you prefer to split it in from stories and feeds? Just
Honestly, I think that it's fine. Honestly, I
okay,
don't think, yeah. What my thing is like, I think it's important to run feed and story as both because you never know which one's going to work better for you. That's why.
ooh, okay,
Yeah. Um, so we're good here. Okay, good stuff, good stuff.
mhm. Yeah, I don't. Maybe I miss the exclusion custom audience. Some of those those ones. I'm not sure if it was if I clicked everything right, but I did what you did as much as you told me to.
That's fine. I will say also know that if you want to make a mental note or write this down, we don't even do exclusions anymore. Like
Mm.
Facebook has done away with exclusion. You don't even need to do them anymore. Facebook is smart enough to know who to exclude
Oh, okay.
with the new algorithm. Yeah, yeah. So the only thing you do exclude is purchasers, but you let Facebook kind of target and retarget on its own nowadays.
Okay. Okay.
Um, all right, cool. All right, so here is where we can go ahead and do stories and feeds. So right now, you know how you said stories?
Yeah.
So right now, where you and again, bro, this is a Facebook thing, bro. I don't know why they're always hiding stuff, but I had to click to get to the stuff right here, right? So right now, if you had launched it, bro, it would have showed your ads everywhere, feed
Yeah.
stores everywhere.
So what I think when we switched the information, it changes things within it. So what I saw like audience something, and I clicked it, and then I had to go and click them off. So I see now. All
Mhm.
right. I feel like it be moving. That's what I was doing because I know I was going through it. And I was like, where is this thing he's talking about? But now I see it now.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
they they don't make it easy.
Yeah. No, it's wild. It used to be. Wish it was a little bit straightforward.
So what I'm doing right now, I'm just making sure Facebook feed is selected and then Instagram feed is selected for the feed section. And then when it comes to stories, I'm going to do the same thing, Instagram stories, Facebook stories, and then I'm going to deselect the rest of these.
Okay. Okay.
So Instagram stories, Facebook stories, we're good there. And then I'm going to deselect this. I'm going to deselect this. And then again, I don't know why it default does this stuff. You want to deselect that always because you want to have
Yeah.
control over where you're spending your money. All right, so we're good there. So we're good. Everything should be good now at the ad set level. So we're good there. So now we're gonna go to the ad level and we're gonna say,
I'm gonna change back to stories and feeds.
um, yeah, you could say feeds and stories if you wanted. But it'll once you launch the ads, you'll see kind of why I titled it the way I did. It's not that, it's not that serious. Because
Oh,
right,
okay.
it tells you feeds and stories here. So it's like the ad set will already tell you. So you don't need to worry about knowing that. It's like, okay, what's being shown at that? So, oh, it's a free video commercial ad. That's why.
Okay. So I see. Once you change something that's previously, it seems like it resetted itself because I know I uploaded.
Mhm.
You see what I mean? Like it started resetting all the information.
It
Okay.
does do that.
Yeah.
I don't know. Facebook is finicky. Sometimes, bro, I'll like just click this button right here, the refresh button, and it'll like fix things. Um,
Okay.
it's finicky, bro.
Okay.
Um, but I hear you. Yeah, it
But
happens.
I'll go back and re-upload all that stuff. and put the information in like you said again.
Um, so let's keep going down. So everything is looking good. So, okay, one thing is you always want to deselect this right here, multi-advertiser ad.
Yeah, I did that on the,
Oh,
on
okay.
the yeah,
Oh,
that's why I keep saying like it just did took it away after you fixed stuff. So okay. But after
okay.
you yeah, so got it. I got that. Okay, cool.
Do you want me to do you want us to publish this just in case, or do you want to come back and do it on your own in case, like if you want to make some tweaks to it?
Yeah, let me come back and I'll just do some tweaks to it. We
Okay.
can
So
and then
let me just put one more thing in here for you then.
cool.
Is so the last that's important is this creative part.
Mm-hmm.
Because I want to make sure you get this right. So so image, I'm gonna go to next. And then so okay, real quick. So which one are we using, the left or the right one?
I was using the left one, but I just made two versions just for
Okay,
yeah.
good. We don't use this one on the right because that I gotta replace that one. But that one converts a lot less because of like the camera in the background. It's hard to read the text.
Correct. Okay, cool. I got that's I was using the one on the left anyway, but I just made two just in case if you was like, oh, use this one or use that one.
Do
So
you
that
have
was
do you have a feed version of this one?
uh
Then you can go to upload and then bring that in as well.
you mean
Yep.
yeah, this one.
All right, perfect. So now we're
Mm,
gonna go ahead and select that one as well.
okay. I feel like it switches both of them.
So what's supposed to happen is we're supposed to have the ability to select both of them. So let me try it again. I think I should may have done it. Okay, let me try it again. So image add. Hmm.
Because what I was using was the story version, and I just kind of moved it to make it make sense. That's how I used it, but I don't know.
So we'll come back to all these like small settings.
Mm-hmm.
I want to make sure I get that the main thing right for you.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. Okay, so you know you see how it says feeds and then stories?
Mm-hmm.
So right now,
Are you gonna go back to edit
exactly,
or
we should click
okay?
that
Uh,
and then we're gonna change and then we're gonna go boom, save,
uh,
and then now we should be good. So when you click on feeds, that one's gonna show up, and then we click on stories, that one's
okay.
gonna show.
I see
So
now. I
this is
see
how,
now.
remember I was talking about, I was like, oh, you can do feeds and stories, bro. So
Yeah.
the way you do it is instead of having two ad sets and you just want to do one ad set, you at the ad set level, you select feeds and stories here. And at the ad level, you got to tell Facebook, yo, this is the feed version, and then this is the stories version.
Okay. So I didn't
So
know.
now,
I didn't know how to go back and re up and refit because it was just doing it auto. It was just placing it automatically, and I was
yep,
just like, "Where's the?"
yep.
Okay. All right. Cool. Cool.
And then aside from that, bro, you should be good. Just got to put in your primary text, a headline, just nothing for the description.
Yeah.
Your call, this should be none. You put your URL domain, I'm sorry, opt-in page, link, and that should be it. This is important about, um, let me send you something real quick.
Another thing, Koshik, I've noticed they're hiding is what he was talking about earlier, where it adds all those little AI stuff. You have to toggle those off. It's
Oh,
like essential enhancements. It said it somewhere. I saw it.
Yeah.
yep,
So I want to make sure.
right there. Yep, yep, right there. So
I
that's
saw three of them. Yeah.
so the only ones I'll keep on, guys, is there is one which is like about comments. I don't know. Relevant comment. This one. This is the only one I'll keep on right here.
Okay.
Right? Because it'll figure out like which ones are the good comments and bring it to top and people can read it and stuff. So aside from that, I leave everything else off. But good. Thank you for bringing that up, Jalen.
Thank you.
Um, but yeah, questions, Mac?
Oh no. I needed to get a little bit of a, run through that because Facebook is changing every day, and I'm like, dang, where am I gonna go here? You gotta go through like four different windows just to get to where you're trying to get. So
Yeah. Good,
yeah.
good for
So
Facebook. But yeah, so that's that in terms of your asset, bro. How everything else good, or you have
yeah.
other stuff?
I mean, everything else is good right now. Just mainly just publishing and going from there.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
so I think that's the next step, and then
Pretty much.
also going through some of the course materials as far as like how to when I get my next call and all the extra stuff. But
So
yeah,
as soon as you're done launching, please let me know, bro. Be like, hey, Kushik, I've launched. And then after that, I'll probably in case I forget, which I shouldn't, but in case I do and I don't remind you, you want to do is you want to go back to your onboarding doc, scroll down to the bottom, and then watch the next milestone video, which is watch this
yeah,
after ads have gone live.
okay,
And then that'll walk you through everything you need to know to get your first sales call booked.
okay, cool.
Yes, sir.
All right, and that's it.
Cool, cool, cool,
Thank
cool.
you very much.
You're welcome. All right, who do we have next? Mr. Ryan. All right, what's going with the painter? And then
Got his ads launched over the weekend, and I guess he's got a small credit union, and the card was declined multiple times, so they'd start running, and then they would default, and then he'd have to whatever. So he's on the phone with them today for an hour, and I think we got it all figured out, so they're back up and running. But I wanted to get some feedback. I don't know if the process that I have set up for it might be a little too in depth. As far as the funnel goes, but if you wanted to take a look, I can share that and you can kind of get an idea of what I've got going for him.
I'll have a look. I don't know how valuable my insight will be. My insight is pretty much always just like, do what's proven. And so if Aman and Righteous, like I would just do what they're doing. But if there's
Okay.
something you're doing different than them, or you're like, hey, I'm doing this like them, but I'm not sure about it, then I'm happy to kind of give you my 2 cents.
No, it's pretty much the same. They couldn't tell me exactly what they did. They said the ad itself was pretty basic, and they just kind of had him go to I think they offered a free estimate consultation, which is what I had this guy set up to do, color consultation, free estimate, and then it basically just takes them to the first part of the landing page. They can opt into the form. It's got a few questions. And then once they submit that, it takes them to a calendar booking where they can book the estimate right then and there. And then that'll obviously link to the high level account and alert him through email and text. Um, and it's gotten, it's only been running for 2 or 3 days. Gotten quite a few clicks, no leads just yet. So I'm going to keep an eye on it and see how
I can
that
have a look.
operates.
I can have
So
a
that
look.
one is pretty much just kind of a wait and see game at this point, see what we got going on until we need to optimize things. The other thing I was going to bring up was so one of my video clients that I've been on for a while,
Hold on. Give me a
oh
second.
yeah,
Give me a second.
yeah.
I do want to talk about this really quick. So, sorry, I don't want to, I do want to talk about that stuff, but just here in a second, really quick. So you're not running an instant form ad?
No, I was going to do that, and I think Amon said he had it go to a funnel landing form.
Okay.
But I kind of was what I was reading and researching that the instant form might be the better alternative of those. Um, and that's why I thought the funnel that I have set up might be even a little too much to
I
do
see.
for people.
Yeah. So I know that Aman had one client that was making money, and then I know Righteous had another client that was making money, and I think they both did it for like a total of like 5. So I know it works. So
Yeah.
if they're saying it works, like it probably works. I was under the impression that was an instant format, but like let's have a look. Like I in
Okay.
case
Yeah, I
like
mean that's fine too because I did a little research just online and there were some people I think on Reddit like Facebook ads Reddit they were saying that they had painters specifically in the last 7 to 8 months and one for the last year, and they were using instant form ads, and they were having great success with that. So I'm like, well, if this doesn't work, if I'm not seeing
Right.
results in a little bit, we can switch over to that. But yeah, if you want to take a look, that's totally
Yeah.
cool too. I can show you at least what it is, or whatever you
Yeah.
want to do.
So what I'd want to do is I'd want to run through the campaign ad set ad real quick, just
Okay.
check that out real quick, and then from there I can check out the funnel. I'm
Okay.
not worried about the funnel. It's
Okay.
so just like making sure we're not making a boo-boo there with the set.
That may be the issue too. Honestly, issues. I don't know if it's only been running clear days, but yeah, that may be there may be stuff in there that needs to be tweaked.
Yeah. If you want, do you want to share your screen and then I can show?
Sure. Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Are you on there? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Good. Notification.
I might need access
Oh
again.
yeah, Zoom wants access. Hold on a second. Okay, there we go.
Sweet. Okay. So we're doing leads. We're doing a CBO. So you're doing a C. Did they tell you to do CBO by any chance or no?
They had very little information about what the actual specifics of the ad campaign was. It was more just the overall what they did from having an ad to the funnel. But yeah, it was pretty light on details.
Okay. So I don't think this is an issue uh right now the way it's set up, but typically like if you had multiple ad sets, you'd probably
Mhm.
want to do ad set budget.
Okay.
Um, but I don't think that's probably causing the issue if there is an issue right now. Okay, so maximize number of leads, pixel. There we go. That's the issue.
Oh, yep.
You're maximizing for view content, which is going to get you a lot of clicks and views. It's not going to get you any leads.
Okay. Yeah, I see that now. Yeah, I don't. Okay.
So we have to change that to leads.
Okay.
Your conversion event can't be changed and as okay, so let's do this. Let me take this. Let's do a quick duplicate. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to do an ad set budget. We're going to deselect that. We're going to come in here. So, okay. So this is the other thing is, so before you had, okay, what, okay. So this has changed it. Okay. So cool. We're going to go to a website. Go to lead. Oh, there you go. That should fix it up. Standard. So I don't know. You want to change it back to 17?
You can leave it at 20. That's fine. I told him it'd be around there somewhere.
Okay. Um, so I don't know, again, in terms of location, I guess that could be fine since he's driving out. Yeah, that's probably fine. Um, so you don't need to do, you don't need to exclude, so include these custom audiences. Okay, so hold on. Okay. So I see what you did. I don't mean to make you do more work.
No, no worries.
So what's the location?
St. Louis, Missouri.
This one?
Um, yes, maybe. I don't know what. That
Okay.
should be it.
We'll come back to it. I'm not gonna
Okay.
anything. Um, so so did you have any interest before or no?
No, actually, I had researched them, and I guess I didn't put them in. Now that I'm thinking about it, what do you think, like DIY or like house
So so so
renovation?
so now that you're running at so this is important. So Jalen, Mac, Shirel, this is important. So the way you guys have set up your ads is very different. It's like the old school way, and it's working for you guys, but it's not like the way to actually run ads today, right? So now I'm gonna like Ryan, the way I'm sharing it to you is like how you actually want to run your ads because of like the
Okay.
algorithm change and everything like that. So
Yeah.
basically, um, when it comes to your audience, um, so I'm a little bit all over the place. So basically, what I'm saying is, guys, you don't necessarily need an interest. And then you also, when it comes to exclusions, you pretty much only want to exclude purchasers. That's it. It's actually like dumbing things super down.
Okay.
So it's like way easier nowadays. It's really just about throwing as many. The trick is like you have the ad set, you don't have to really think much about it, and you just the whole goal is throw as many ads as possible in there, and then that's it, and it will work. That's kind of the key to making ads work. I've seen is like just having a shit ton of creatives.
Okay.
And the ads that you don't like back in the day, we used to have to figure out kind of like the perfect targeting and the like all like you don't have to do that stuff anymore. Um, so location, we'll come back
Is
to that
that
one.
is that based on what like them collecting the data from using like AI and seeing what links to it in the back behind the scenes or
You're asking about like why the algorithm is what it is now?
to a certain extent, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what you want to do, bro, is you want to come into the value drops channel, and there's a video that I dropped on Wednesday, July 15th. Check that video out. That video will it's like about an hour long where I break down Andromeda and like how it really works, and then you'll understand. You'll be like, oh, I get it now. But it's because of how they changed up the whole AI and there's just a lot. There's a lot. Yeah.
I have a question also with the audience. Like I see you have Advantage Plus on. And I know to turn it off, you have to do that further limit the reach of these ads. Would you recommend that or no? Get on plus on for these.
Yeah, I would recommend like however I'm setting things up with Ryan right now is I would recommend that.
Okay.
Which is like you want to give Facebook as much control as possible. In my experience, here's the thing, is you give Facebook as much control as possible at the campaign level, at the ad set level. And at the ad level, that's where you have control. That's where you just throw in a bunch of ads that you know are going to work based off of market research. That's it.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, Advantage Plus, all that stuff is good nowadays.
Gotcha.
So the language is important. So we always want to do English. I always recommend doing English US unless you're targeting in the UK, New Zealand, Australia. Suggest audience. So age, this one probably makes sense to, again, I don't like to mess with it. I just let Facebook do its thing. And that's kind of the smart thing to do. Some people will try to add some controls. So again, back in the day, a lot of times we'd come in here and we put in some interest for detailed targeting. Oftentimes, guys, just leave one, just do an open and it works really well.
Okay.
You don't have to even think about it. It's really about the ad, guys.
Okay.
And then placements wise, I don't know what you want to do with placements. I don't know if you want to just leave them all on. Um, I think what I typically do is I'm just leaving my stuff all on. I
Okay.
don't even know about it. Yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Um, so yeah, so I think that pretty much takes care of everything. So hopefully you guys caught that. Um, all
Yeah.
I did for Ryan is his thing was to view content, and that's why he's getting a bunch of views and clicks, but he's not getting leads. So we just swapped that out. And then honestly, we just like removed a bunch of stuff, a bunch of constraints, like excluding certain audiences. We just got rid of all that stuff. And then at that level, So yeah, you want to put in the URL here. Probably took it out if you had one in there. Actually, I'll just
Oh yeah, I did. Okay, cool.
let's grab this real quick.
If you're relying on referrals.
So if anything, what I would do if I were you, Ryan, is if
Hmm.
these are the proven ads that they gave you, if I were you, after this conversation, I would chuck in like five more ads.
Okay.
Just if you want to use AI, if you want to download some whatever it is that you want to do, just have like more variety. And that's
Okay.
and like try to think about cold traffic, warm traffic, hot traffic. So hot traffic might be something like Ronnie, I think your stuff is here, I'm gonna mute your stuff for a second. Um, so I think for hot traffic, it would be more like, I don't know, hey, you're looking around getting your house painted. The worst thing is this. Click below and we're gonna make sure you get da da da. That because it's like they're gonna buy. Cold traffic might
Yep.
be the best things. The, it's like, hey, the best reason to get your house painted right now is because of this reason, that reason. You might not be thinking about that's kind of I'm just thinking about like cold, warm, hot, testimonial type of stuff before and after, which I think you did.
Hmm.
Just try to think of it like from a bunch of angles. Maybe ask ChatGPT AI or whatever. Like, what are all the different
Yeah.
angles? And then just throw in a bunch of stuff in there.
Okay.
Again, everything should be the free estimates offer that they brought up. I'm a little bit surprised that they didn't do something like 10% off or something like that.
I kind of am too, because that's what I was going to go with. And he said he just remembered it being just free estimate or free color consult or something with the estimate. And I was like, okay, we'll try that. But the painter was actually running 10% off before this, so he's willing to give that a shot. So if this doesn't work, we can always flip that or add that in.
Mhm. Okay. The other thing is I just share this with Mac. Um, so I just shared a video with you, Ryan,
Okay.
on how to set up the URL parameter. This is important. I don't know if you set this up for yourself with the six figure 6 week funnel, but you can get a text that'll tell you which ad somebody came from,
Okay.
which is important.
Yeah.
Especially if you got like 10 ads in there, you want to
Yeah.
know where the leads are coming from, which one the good ones are, the purchasers, you want to know that stuff.
Okay. Okay.
You
Cool.
want to make sure you set this up. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it, man. I think you'll be fine.
Cool.
Hope that helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Appreciate it.
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Let's talk about the other two people.
Yeah, so I have one was a client of mine with just video. She owns a lead nurturing, ironically, service for automotive dealers, and she also is starting a health and wellness center that's fully from. She's a therapist, but she'll have chiropractors. Yoga instructors, just the whole works. And she wants to grow that. And she's already got a staff. It's open. It's just they've just rolling out the website. So I was doing testimonial videos and different things for that. But I was talking to her about this because like I think this could help you in both of these businesses, frankly. And she's interested now. And so we're gonna have a little sit down and kind of go through things. So that's the one that I think I can convert over to ads.
So you're saying she has like automotive detailing as a business?
It's automotive. It's like for if so when um dealers have like cold leads or leads, people that contact about vehicles, low end vehicles, whatever, or they just go cold. This is like her and a small team that warms those leads and nurtures them and takes those leads and converts them back into purchases where they I guess it's mainly for dealers that paid for a bunch of leads from a service and they didn't come through. So they do this and then they kind of do all this stuff, which is like, a lot of the stuff you're doing can be automated and you're doing it all by hand. So this actually might be really good for what you're trying to do. But that's the one that she makes a good amount of money off of per dealership. She just it's hard for her to sort of get out there and it's predominantly a male industry. And so it's already kind of, behind the brick wall in that point. But yeah, that's the one. And the other one is completely opposite with more of a mental health, mental wellness clinic.
If she's got a clinic, she's already got chiropractors and people in there already practicing.
She has several counselors, therapists. She's got a yoga instructor. She's got a chiropractor she just hired, and she's looking for somebody else. And then she wants within this next year, because I think she had clients already of her own, and these people she brought on had clients, so she's bringing them over. But she also wants, now that she's marketing as the entire sort of apparatus, the wellness clinic, she wants to start bringing in new clients for that as well. And by the next year, I can't remember exactly who she wanted, but she wants another 4 or 5 staff members to do different things, a physical therapist, things like that. Um, so over the years, she just wants to keep growing.
I would assume that the way her business works there is like she's got her own clientele she's making money from, but then those people that are working there, like the yoga instructor, what have you, they're paying her like rent, or how's she getting paid by them, or how?
Um, I think she may just take a percentage of their clients. I think everything. I think whatever client, I don't know exactly. I'm guessing whatever clients those people had that they're bringing with them, she might take a modest percentage. But I think from here on out, everybody that comes in for those people, it's all going to be under the same umbrella. So everybody that comes into, it's called MBHW, Midwest Behavioral Health and Wellness. So everybody that books through that business will be all, the money will go to her, and then she's going to pay these people a salary or whatever stipend for that. So. I need to clarify on that. She did tell me that generally, on average, she usually has a client stay 7 months to a year, conservatively. Generally, she has several that's been with her for many years, but that's kind of just, on average. And she makes about, in that realm, she might make on the very low end, just to be conservative, about 700 to $1,000 from them within that time frame.
I would say the number one thing probably to figure out is how she's getting paid. Because there are cases where, like, let's say she owns the business and then, uh, they're paying, like, for example, barbers. I know a guy that owns a barber shop and he has people that have chairs and then they just pay him like $500 per month per chair. So he doesn't want to run ads to make them a bunch of money because all he cares about is getting his 500.
Yeah,
So it doesn't
that
make
makes
sense.
sense. Yeah.
Versus like if they all have chairs and they're all paying him a small percentage, then yeah, he wants to spend money on ads to bring as many people as in as possible because the more money they make, the more he makes. So I
Mhm.
think the number one thing to figure out first and foremost is what is the pay structure, and then from there, then it makes sense. Like, okay, do I pitch to her or do I pitch to the individual people or do I pitch to her and then she gets them to buy from you as well, and I think that's really important because it's going to turn into, I will say this is very, very important because it's going to kind of turn into like that lawyer case where you're going to be doing way more work than you need to be doing
Yeah.
if you don't pitch to the right person, the right structure, the right offer. So I think step one is figuring out that, and then you let me know, and then from there we can figure out, what kind of an offer to make or what to pitch.
Okay, cool. Yeah, we're scheduling a call either later this week or early next week to kind of sit down and go over the logistics of everything.
Yeah, just try to
And
get as much info as you can, man. Like, and
yeah,
obviously like a discovery call, not a sales call.
yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I will definitely do that and get that information. So that sounds good. And then the other one was it was a sales call that I had for she's a business coach, but she actually reached out because she started a networking group in the area, in a pretty affluent area, and she's trying to get people in there. But her whole idea is to merge these two businesses. And so I talked it out with her, and I was like, well, it makes more sense to come up with an offer, like a free 1 hour consult, or come to a meeting, because she makes about I think it's like $100 a month. She has different tiers, but I'd say $100 a month, I'm sorry, $50 a month for the business networking meetings, just coming monthly and kind of meeting up with everybody. And then I was like, well, then you need to be offering this some kind of deal to get these people in, and then find out who the most the ones that do the best, I guess, for lack of a better term, the ones that have the most promise, and then you need to hit them with your coaching deal, because she charges, I think, 3,000 and 5,000 for coaching with these small businesses, to basically take them to like. But she does a lot of life coaching as well. It's not just business related, but she also wants to grow and bring in other coaches and sort of expand the thing and make it a larger kind of thing. But she also, she has, she knows all about funnel. She knows all about these things. She's just never been able to accomplish it, never been able to have success with ads. So I was really, harping on that and explaining that, there's ways that it's would be beneficial, but we need to figure out like what you want to do with these two businesses. How would you, does that make sense to merge them together like that? Using one as the bait to get them in and then sort of bringing them in. Then you're making, at least something monthly for them as long as they're staying in there. And then just trying to convert a couple of them to coaching clients. So yeah.
Okay. So basically, if I'm understanding correctly, there's one that's like a membership that's $50 a month-ish. And
Yes.
that one is like a networking type of deal. And then
Mhm.
she's got a separate business where she's like, hey, do you want coaching? If so, I charge this amount.
Yeah, and she's been doing that for a while. She does events. She just drove out to Kansas City over the weekend to do a speaking engagement, a fairly large one, I believe, on that side of things. And but the networking group's relatively new. I think it's only maybe 5 or 6 months old. Um,
How is
and
she getting
she's,
her coaching clients?
oh, what'd you say?
How is she predominantly getting the coaching client? It sounds like that's the lion's share of her income. Like, how is she predominantly getting?
I think she said that it's been either cold outreach or just referrals from people that she's talked to in the past. Um, she does a lot on Instagram. She does almost every other day or every few days, she's doing a talking head with her phone of something about information regarding it. So there's a ton of information on there, and she's connecting with a lot of people. But she does a lot of events as a speaker, and I think at those events she gets a lot of people's information, and she ends up turning those people into coaching clients as well that way. But she's run ads for that. Didn't mention the specifics, but said she didn't have much luck. But she did say she has no idea what she's doing with most of that. She's a big she brought up Hermosi and all these things. So she's aware of all these things that we're talking about and the idea of everything. She just doesn't know how to implement it. So she was excited to hear that that's a possibility. I just didn't know, like I said, my initial thought was get some smaller deal where you're offering whatever at a percentage off or a free one-on-one hour consult or whatever to get them into the networking group. RAD is what it's called. Get them in there, and then you're at least making some money from them monthly, depending on how long they stay, and then you start kind of drilling down and seeing who kind of floats to the top, and then reaching out and saying, okay, let's talk about maybe do you want to do personal coaching? Do you want to do this or that? Where do you want to take your business? And then selling them on the larger $3,000 or $5,000 programs, which she also noted that she wants to increase the prices of those and within the year as well.
And how long has she been doing this?
I think it's at least been 5 or 6 years for the coaching. It's been a while for that, a while relatively, but the network has been relatively new.
Um, and then are you having a discovery call with her?
Yes, I had the discovery call. I'm sorry, I said sales call. I had the discovery call with her to go over this stuff. But I did tell her that I wanted to
Right.
talk, and get some more information on the back end because I wasn't sure exactly what would work. And I think it's also because she didn't know what but she didn't exactly know the workflow that she wanted to go, the path she wanted to take in the business, like how she wanted to. She just knows she thinks it would be nice to combine the two. That's her ultimate goal. And so I was trying to think of ways to utilize both of them um, in a sales pitch to get them to work together. And I mean, ultimately, it makes sense to bring somebody in as in this networking group. And then maybe even start like a coaching program for 5 or 6 of them, and start as a test program or something, and charge them whatever that you can charge for that, and then go into there and then start just bringing people in this coaching program. But again, she was not exactly sure going into the call like where that was going to go or how she was going to merge the two together. So that was kind of a session where we just kind of brainstormed some things.
So what I'd like you to do is I'd like you to figure out what happened with her ads.
Okay.
So be like, okay, like get her to show you like, hey, which ad was it? Like go on if you can get extra ads manager.
Yeah.
And then at that point, man, it's kind of like, it's the same thing I do with you guys. I'm looking at, for example, this is like in order from top to bottom. So it's like, okay, is your issue clicks? Is it the ads? So right now, for example, what did we just diagnose? Your issue was not getting clicks. Your issue was getting leads. And so that means you have an issue at the ad level. So your
Hmm.
ad, you need to fix your ad. And then once you fix your ad, you're going to have decent cost per lead. And the question becomes, is he going to convert them into things or not? If not, then he has an issue with nurturing. Okay, he gets people to a sales call. Is he closing or not? Then he has an issue with the sales. So it's like I'm looking from this top to bottom to see where the bottleneck is.
Hmm.
So the same thing applies to her. Is like you need to like kind of look at the numbers and kind of figure out where's the bottleneck for her. Was it the ads were not generating leads for her? Was it that she was not fast enough to work those leads? It was the fact that she was sucky at sales, right? Because then it's just about maybe that it does work and she just needs help tweaking it. Maybe she didn't spend enough money. Just
Sure.
straight up. And so I would start there. And then also if you can create some kind of Excel or something for like one for like ads, one for like something organic that she does. And then one for like maybe the networking, like has she converted anywhere from the networking? And then if you can present that to me, then I can tell you like which one of those areas maybe makes the most sense to help her with. Obviously, I know we want to sell her on ads, and my gut is that we can help her with ads. I just want to figure out, I guess what I'm trying to do is I want you to do the least amount of work.
Yeah.
The thing where we can take what she has and make a few tweaks to it and then fix it and then now she's paying you. Like
Hmm.
it's possible, like just straight up, it's possible that her issue is sales. I'm telling you, I'm just giving you the sauce here. I'm not saying it's
Yeah.
ethically correct or not. Her issue is it is possible that her issue is at sales, where she just sucks balls at closing. And
Hmm.
then you pitch her on, hey, your issue is that you're not converting these people. The reason you're not converting these people is because your content is not good enough. It's not nurturing people. You need that for a coaching program. I joined this other coaching. Here's the whole thing I went through. So what we're going to do is we're going to create 20 different ads for you. It's going to do da 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 da. And then we're going to give you something we call a VSL funnel or a VSL. We're going to put that into your funnel. That's going to be a core piece of content for people to watch. We're going to use that. And then I'm going to work with you in terms of your sales. We're going to go back and forth and then get that down. And so now in that case, you haven't built a new funnel. You haven't done anything. You just shot a few ads for her. You framed it as like this amazing thing. And now you're getting paid a bunch of money. And
Yeah.
that's in the event that her funnel already actually does work. Now, in the
Okay.
event that her funnel does not work, well, then we might have to look into building something like this, which is a low, which are this girl right here. It sounds to me like she might be like her a little bit. So this is a girl named Maria Windet. And so what she does is she has all these ads, and each of these ads, she does the same thing I do. So this ad goes to something called Viral Instagram Content Treasure. It's $97. Let's see. This ad goes to uh I don't know if it's the same one, different one. Yeah, yeah, different one. So this is some for $97. This is something for $1. So she sells, this lady is crazy. She had a 90-day launch where she literally launched like 90 low ticket products. Yeah, it's insane. And so each of these is the same thing. It's a low ticket product, there's an
Hmm.
upsell, and then you nurture them, sell them on a coaching program. So it's like you can either drive, I mean, if you think about it like this, you can either drive ads to a low ticket funnel, and then for a low ticket funnel to a high ticket thing. Or you use ads to drive it to an in-person networking thing, and then it's a high ticket thing. Right. And I think maybe this is kind of where your head is going, where you kind of merge them. But the thing is, like, this is way more work than this, way more work because you have to go to networking and talk to people and spend all this time. The thing that she might already be doing is this is like a call funnel. So this is the one that she might already be doing or did, which is
Yeah.
like an ad. And then people click on the ad, they go to a counter page, they book a call with her, and then her job is to sell them. And then she just sucks at selling or does not have enough content to build enough know like trust with them yet. So if this is already there, we can try to optimize this. If if there's something broken here, it doesn't work for some reason, then I would probably tell you to create something like this for her.
Okay.
And this is, yeah. And honestly, if she's good, this is the kind of stuff that you charge people. I charge people $16,000 for this. For people that want to build a low ticket funnel, like I charge $16,000 for all this stuff. Honestly, if you wanted to sell my stuff to her, my stuff is already created. Um, and then however you wanted to, I guess what I'm getting at is that what I'm trying to get is this is not going to be a walk in the park to help her set up. Is kind of what I'm getting at.
Hmm.
So I should have alluded with that. The reason I'm kind of telling you to like see what she's already doing is because if this already works, it's just going to be very easy for you versus this. If you want to build this out, this is going to take you some time to help her build out, and you need to charge her an arm and a leg for this.
Okay.
Don't get that.
That makes sense. Yeah. Cool. Yeah, I will. I'm gonna get on a call with her this week, and I will figure out.
And I don't necessarily think you need to combine the networking with the coach because I just showed you that. Like add and goes to some
Yeah,
kind of networking thing, and then from there you try to go into a coaching thing. I don't like for me, it's like I didn't need to play golf with you. I didn't need to do a whole bunch of stuff with you. I just need you to consume about 7 hours of content of mine. Same thing applies. If she has 7 hours of really good content, by the time they show up to the call, she'll be able to close them.
yeah, makes sense.
And so she can completely get rid of the networking thing. Even though she started it up, honestly, you don't necessarily need it. If she can continuously sell 5,000, $10,000 things, she doesn't need a networking thing. The networking thing, honestly, so instead of a front end offer, a lot of people what they do is they use here's what they actually do. They use ads. It's a call funnel, and then they sell a high ticket thing that's like 5K. And then out of these people, now they sell some networking thing that's like 12K. So it's actually backwards.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah, so people they get them into a high ticket thing, $5,000, and they say, "Hey, by the way, we have this mastermind. Do you want to join it? It's $12,000 per year, and then you get to actually meet in person, hang out, and blah blah blah." That's usually what it
yes.
is.
Okay,
Yep, yep.
cool.
And if you want, you can check out this person, Maria Windet.
Okay,
She'll
yeah,
be-
I'll definitely do that. Cool.
Um, yeah. Questions, comments, concerns, thoughts on that one?
That's pretty much everything. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Thanks for the info.
Yep, yep. Okay. Um, Ronnie, I think we've pretty much ran through everybody. Jorge, I'm gonna hop over to you. Before I do, I just want to make sure the other guys are if there are no more questions. If there are,
Oh,
do you have questions?
yeah, I have one question. So I remember you were talking about just throwing a whole bunch of creatives into the ad set. I had a question. So with me dealing with photographers, I've noticed that they're not fans of with AI or whatever. I just kind of wanted to get your input. Do you think I should just put the ones that were filmed and edited, or do you think I should include like the AI stuff as well?
I mean, the thing is, they might not be fans, but since you've never ran ads this way, like Andromeda style, maybe you throw them in there and we just see what happens. And if the results are not good, then what we do is we take them out and create another ad set without them.
Okay, got you,
Because the
got
thing
you.
is, like, if they're not working, Facebook is not going to show them because Andromeda is smart enough to know what to show to who. So if Facebook knows, like, yo, this person never converts on AI content, like, I'm just not going to show it. That's my theory.
Okay. What I kind of wanted to do was kind of want to get your green flag on this as well. I kind of wanted to do the film content, the stuff that I really put my effort into, and on top of that, I feel like the photographers that they can see is like, yeah, this is not AI, and I kind of want to see how that converts too. If it works, then it works. If I think it could improve, then I could throw some AI in there. I don't know. I was curious if I could test it that way too.
Yeah, you could do it that way too. You can have an ad set and just throw all your stuff in there. And then, like for me, for example, I have 5 ads in my ad set. And I have all these ads that I filmed and I haven't even edited yet. And part of me like keeps thinking like, yo, I'm gonna edit them, I'm gonna throw them in there. But then part of me is also like, yo, I don't even want to because it's already working so well.
Yeah, yeah, I
So
get
it's
that.
like
Yeah.
if you have your ads and you throw your, 10 ads in there or whatever, and they all work, then you might just be like, fuck it, I don't even want to put the AI, I don't even want to test it
Yeah,
further.
facts, facts, facts. Yeah, because what I've noticed what the biggest issue in my funnel is them like wondering like, yo, who's your like this is when I was starting off and I just got better at sales from what I understood. But like basically the biggest issues that I had was like, hey, who are you? Do you guys have a website? Do you guys have yada yada yada? So it's like I think if me having my face into the ads from like the repetitions that I put in is that I think this would build like that no like trust and like close that bridge gap faster if that makes sense.
Yep, I agree.
Okay, cool, cool. Thank you. That's all I got.
Especially if you get them to watch your VSL and then
Yeah.
like add like a YouTube, if you had YouTube content, if you had Instagram content, then they would be like, oh, okay, I'm familiar with this guy.
Yeah. And then last thing. So I've noticed a lot of funnels, I the past month I've been just studying like ads, funnels, all of this and that. What I've noticed is I think even Canva is doing this. I'm not 100% sure, but what I'm seeing is once you opt into the ad to the landing page, I'm seeing a calendar page and on top of the basically the VSL is on top, and then if you scroll down, there's a calendar page to book. And then with the way I have things set up, the call to action is it doesn't consider a lead until they book a calendar. So I was wondering if I should have both of those on the same page.
Um, I would not make any changes to your stuff yet.
Yeah.
It's like we need to like you because you're changing up too many variables. Because right now, if you have good results or bad results, we don't know if it's from the new ads and Andromeda. We don't know if it's the calendar page. We don't know what's causing what change. So
Basically, yeah, yeah.
I would do one thing at a time. I would just do the ads. And then again, it's the same thing. Let's say you throw 12 or 10 ads in that, and then you launch it, and then you're like, fuck, it works so well. So you don't even put the AI stuff. You didn't even change the counter page. Like, yo, it's already fucking working.
Yeah, yeah, facts. Okay, cool, cool. Thank you.
Yep. Anything else, Ryan?
No, I should be launching waiting. So I'm working on my own edits and then I'm paying somebody else to work on my edits so that because I'm like I'm trying to put everything I got into this and then just go all out. So I should be launching tomorrow or Wednesday at latest. So I'm super excited for that, and I'm excited to share this with you and all the guys in here, and then I'll upload the wins on the channel for you guys.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Yeah. Let me know once you launch. Okay.
All
I'll
right,
do
cool, got you.
that. Yep. All right. Give me 1 second, Jorge. I'm gonna be right back, and then we'll get started. Okay. Just 1 second. Jorge, you still cutting, bro?
Yo, you hear me?
Yo. Yeah. Yeah.
All right,
Are
cool.
you still
Yeah,
cutting?
yeah, bro.
What are you at right now?
I'm 148.
Your goal was 150 or one?
No, I think right now it'd probably be like 140, probably like maybe 140. We'll see. Probably 148, 145, I mean, 145. I'll see where I'm at. If anything, 140.
Sheesh. Okay.
Cutting
Yeah.
for?
Yeah, you look good. You look good.
Thanks, bro. You too. See you.
Hey, man. Trying.
What you cutting
Yeah.
for?
Just life.
You
Yeah,
okay?
just looking good.
Oh, you
Feeling
trying to
good.
cut? I thought you was trying to cut for a show or something. That's what when I hear
No, no,
somebody saying
no.
they cutting weight or they boxing or throwing some hands.
No, no. I
He
mean,
does jujitsu.
I,
He's being modest, bro. He does jujitsu. He'd be out there throwing people around, bro.
Oh, you do
He does
jujitsu?
that. He does
Okay,
that.
cool, nice.
but yeah, nothing that serious. I just want to. My
Grabbing that
benchmark
gi.
is like the lower ab vein. That's it. If I get
You
there, bro,
grabbing
like I'm
that.
like cool.
You be controlling
Yeah,
them with the gi. I feel you. That's cool. All right,
yeah,
nice. All
yeah.
right, that's
So
nice.
just see how far we push it. But I feel good so far.
Good, good. So it's good.
Um, Nothing much, bro. Just same. I mean, same same status. We're pushing. We're still getting sales since we changed it up again. To
Okay.
the new CPR, we changed it up. Now we're getting maybe one or two, one a day, one every other day.
Let's go. Hell yeah.
And we are, yeah, I'm getting faster at the nurturing is much better, much easier now. Now I'm getting to my rhythm of it. And so like I'm just cranking them out the same day.
Good.
And I got a few sales calls lined up this week. Got one.
Bro, we gotta get the order bumps, man. You see it. We gotta
Yeah,
get the order bumps, bro. You see that
that's
we're having sales coming every day, bro. Like I'm telling you, 1 out of 10 upsell, 1 out of 10.
that's the next part. That's like where I'm like pushing hard still for the content.
Yeah.
I think after this like 2 videos, I think it should be enough to just like throw out there as far as like and minimum viable product for the content course.
Okay.
And then the school, it's just a matter of just doing it. I think it's just inviting everybody over and
Okay.
just have it on there.
Okay.
So
Well, I'm glad to hear that the
this
sales,
week for sure.
so spending the whole budget daily, yeah?
Yeah, yeah, spending like 90% of it or most of it, or maybe sometimes a little bit more. Is that
Okay.
normal?
Yeah. So the cost per, so our cost, so like for me, my cost per result is like 170, but it cost me like $90 to make a sale. So is it the same case with you where our cost per result is way higher than what it's costing us to make a sale?
Yeah, cost per result is like 165. And then the actual purchase is probably somewhere around like again, like the 190 to 100 mark.
Oh yeah. All right, cool. We're cooking, bro.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, it's spending all of it.
Good. Okay, cool.
Yeah. So as far as the marketing side, that's pretty much good.
Okay.
Um, for the sales stuff, it's just yeah, nurturing the people. Um, some of them are like I'm just hammering them as much as I can as far as just like, being on their ass and being annoying. And it's
Yeah.
working, right? Like people are like, hey bro, I'm sorry, I got another job in the day. I'm slammed this week with seminars. So at least they're being responsive. And
Yeah.
it's still the same case where people are like, bro, everything looks good. I'm excited, like to chat.
Hmm.
And everybody's always been like, yo, I'm in, I'm in, I'm in.
Okay, good. Good, good. Good.
Yeah. So
Okay.
that leads us to just mainly the main question I had was this guy, and you already kind of reframed it with like the broke people versus the people who no one's really broke, right? It's just more just about like framing in a way where like they need this.
Mhm.
And I think, yeah, positioning myself more as like I already did it more coaching than agency with like Alberto, like, but I still feel like there's a little bit of things where I'm still too hands-on. And I think
Mhm.
that's just gonna come with more reps as far as just like being more of a coach than done
I
for you.
think I think it's gonna be that and also like building systems, bro. It's like once you've got more systems built, like the milestone videos, and you're more systematized where you don't need to be hands-on, and you've got course material that walks them through how to set certain things up. I think again, I think it's just building that stuff out, bro. Just slowly building that stuff out. And then again, I don't know if you like know your phases, like the email and then this, we do this, and then we do this, and then this, and you're taking everybody through a structured roadmap. So I think that's what has to happen. Like being more clear on the roadmap you're taking people through, having more
Mhm,
success built out, and then, slowly just kind of keep remind yourself, hey, you're a coach now,
mhm.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm keep keeping that more in mind, especially with like now I'm at the place where pretty much everything is the same as far as the process. So now just about systematizing it with like the content, it should be easier because it's literally the same thing, right? Like cash flow kickstart. I'm noticing like little like like bumps like getting access to the domain and stuff. So I'm thinking like maybe creating content around that stuff because I'm having the same issue every time where I have to get access to their email and then get access to their domain and it's just going back and forth.
Mhm. Do you think there's a way to create course material to allow them to set up their own email, set up their own ads?
The email stuff is that's a good question because for the email stuff, I use Active Campaign for the email sending. And I don't use it to go high level because I heard the Active Campaign was better as far as like sending and like receiving and open rates. And so I just stuck with it. And so for there, I have to manually add their email domain to my system, get that verified, and then they have to log into their domain to basically change DNS settings, all that stuff.
I see,
So
see. So
that's kind of like,
you probably need contact for that, bro.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, like, I don't know if they have like there has to be. I feel like there's still gonna be some part of me with them, like going back and forth. Like, hey man, so let me know when you're ready, and I'll go ahead and accept you as the domain or something like that. But still to the point where it could be repetitive, like it could be content.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. What else is top of mind for you, bro?
That's it really. As far as the couple things, the one is gonna be the sales process. So just going through like your way, right? Like I watched some sales calls, but like doing the old template versus like the new way, right? Where like kind of Cam's slideshow,
Mhm.
right? Like that's the way you want me to do it instead?
No, no, no. I want you to do it like I want you to like I'll send you
No, the
um
older way is what I'm saying.
what do you mean?
Where it's like you create like the way that you're currently doing it right now.
Yeah, I want yeah, you would want to model me in terms of how I'm doing it.
Okay, yeah.
So basically it's just like one screen going from top to bottom. Yeah. And then
No.
pretty much my that sales by discovery and then cash on like how much they're making and all that stuff and then you go into discovery and then you go into building out a custom thing for them. Yeah.
Okay. And then the second thing was just the workshop idea that you gave me. So like
Yeah.
ironing out the details for that. You said that's kind of like pretty important as well as far as like things to get done.
So Jalen, Mac, um, Ryan, how did you guys feel as you guys were consuming the content for the workshop? Because that's very different than probably what you guys have consumed so far. Most programs you've gotten in, it's a bunch of like modules where you're watching stuff. Like, can you guys maybe talk about how you guys felt, what your experience was, and how that, yeah, talk about that, and then also talk about like maybe what are some top of mind things that you think helped when me and you finally chatted over Zoom? Was it the workshop? Was it something else? What are some things that are top of mind for you guys?
Transparent on both ways. Because what happened was I was the information was straight to the point. So I kind of already had a preconceived notion that I was gonna get on a phone call and it was gonna either be I already had an understanding of the price point to a certain extent,
Sure.
but when we got into the module of things, it's kind of I would say not weird. It's like you're telling the exact thing to do, but since Facebook and Instagram is evolving, it's like we're playing catch up because it's just like, oh, okay, it don't look like what you shown, but if
In
whatever you're
terms of,
doing, if it shows directly how it is very helpful. Like
in,
it's like I can watch it and click and just do it, just
yeah,
like mimic whatever you're trying to do. That makes sense. That's
yeah,
the only I would say great but negative is that since Facebook is constantly evolving, we can't you can't do it exactly how you showing it, even if it's close to it. You know what
right.
I mean? So that's it.
Okay. Okay. So Jalen, what was your experience when you were watching like the workshop? Do you remember by any chance?
Um, I'd say before even the workshop, I was pretty convinced with the stuff you sent on Instagram. And then the custom Loom video, like you
Hmm.
were like, okay, let me know if you're all in, like you make sure I confirm. Um, and that was really before really diving into your content. Sorry, diving into your content in the course. So, um,
So it was
I
the Loom that did it for you, the Loom video, the DMs. Okay.
yeah, I would say I was a little deterred with the workshop, but it was mostly because I couldn't hear the questions as well from the other people. But like I could hear you because you were mic'd, but the other people weren't mic'd. So that was a little bit of a deterrent, I will say, for me, because I'm like, dang, what are they saying?
Did it
Um,
did it build like kind of like I guess what I'm getting at is this. I should kind of like instead of I'm leaving the question too general. I'm trying to help Jorge figure something out. What I'm trying to do is I'm telling Jorge, hey, I think you should record a workshop because Jorge is doing something similar to me. He has like
mhm,
the slow ticket thing and has a coaching program. And what I'm trying to get across to him is like, hey, if you have a workshop that you get people to consume hours of content, it builds a lot of know, like, trust. Instead of like going through a module where you're just watching video, watching video, watching video, sometimes you're like, I don't feel like watching this, like 10 minutes long, it feels like work. Versus you're watching a guy sit down with other people. It's kind of like a podcast. You sit back, you relax, and you let your mind, it's a different learning experience. Do you feel like you built more know, like, trust with me so that by the time you and I actually did hop on a call, it's different than watching a bunch of content. That's kind of what I'm getting at. Do
Yeah,
you feel
yeah,
that
that
way?
that was helpful. I mean,
Yeah.
I would say that's helpful. Just to
Hmm.
see like other people trying to learn the information and you actually teaching them and showing them as a workshop. I'll say that was helpful. You and then you made it kind of simple, like, hey, you're not really there to do anything, just you
Right.
already set the guidelines of like, hey, just watch and see how we kind of communicate and how we went about, and then when you get the next phase of things, that's when we will be going into a more deeper dive. If that's since you
Yep. Yep.
narrowed it down. Yeah.
Yep. 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 Ryan, any thoughts in terms of like what kind of ultimately here's what we're getting at is like with Jorge, he's hopping on calls and we're trying to paint him more as like an authority figure, a guru, somebody you can really trust and build that connection with. So that's why I'm kind of probing you guys and trying to figure out like what was it for you guys that helped make you guys feel more comfortable by the time you and I chatted.
Yeah, well, I think that that type of video or that type of presentation offers legitimacy immediately because you psychologically you put yourself in the position of the four gentlemen that are in the room because you're like, okay, this is kind of what I'm an audience member. They're my proxy. I'm sort of in there, not to get like too deep on it, but you're like, okay, this is, this is better. This makes, I say better, but it's more immediately gratifying to anything questioning in my brain about
There you go.
legitimacy because I see these people going through this process. We can see everything laid out, the 2 day event, like everything is there. And so yeah, I mean I think it grabs you much more than just like you said, watching modules over and over, somebody talking to you or pointing something out. Not those are definitely important for sure, but to get on and to take somebody and believe that they're legitimate at what they say they do, I think that was a great example of that.
Perfect. So does that make sense, Jorge? Like those are kind of Ryan kind of like stole the words out of my mouth that I mentioned to you in the voice note earlier. So he pretty much bang on in terms of what I was kind of getting across to you. Does that make sense, bro?
Yeah, yeah, I see. It's just like the wheels are turning now in terms of like everything that I have.
Mhm.
Now I'm like I understand what it does as like a mechanism, like why it's important. Now it's more just like for me, like I'm thinking like what's the me the difference between what I'm doing in the workshop and what's in the course? If like that's like all I have to teach, I guess.
Yeah. It's very different if a guy is sitting in front of a camera, he looks at you, he's like, yo, bro, here's how you pick up girls, line one, two, three, versus you see him out in the field. You
Hmm.
you can't deny that. The whole
Yeah. So just more like just very just like authoritative credibility. Like, yo, these guys are paying attention to him. He could be saying bullshit, but they're paying attention to him.
yeah, it's like you can't fake that. Like
Yeah,
he's
on the
like an
spot.
idiot
I get what you're doing there. It's on the spot. So like
on the
you're
spot.
in the course, and the reason why I said credibility is great because it's like, I mean, you can curate, but Koshik is not curating what they're thinking in their mind to say what's on the spot of like how they feel. They like, hey, what about this? The only thing you can
Hmm.
do is edit it and it just look like a cut, but it'll still be like, But you know what I'm saying? Like on the spot of them asking questions, like, what do you do if your Instagram crash like that? Oh, what you do is you go back here and then you get my just
I see.
he was answering their questions on the spot. Even when he did the role
Yeah.
play, when you did the role play and you was like, nah, you got to be a little bit more like this. Like you was coaching them during the role play, the little bit that I saw too as
But
well when he
Mac, thank you for bringing up the role play. See how important that.
yeah
Remember, I brought that up with you, Jorge, as well. It's like I know for sure when you see that role play is going to do really well. Um,
Hmm.
so you just saw that right there.
Yeah. So kind of like role playing like a consultation. Like, all right, let's go ahead. Let's do like who wants to come up in the hot seat and like doing like that.
get our
Yep.
reps in, to make it kind of fun. Like let's get
Hmm.
not hot seat, like let's get our reps in. Let's see how we can get our something like that. I don't know, but I think it was helpful. I mean, that even shows like okay, he role play with him, and then he even tweaked the role play, be like, hey, you got to be a little bit harder than that. Don't try to
Hmm.
make it easy on me, like. And that even gave me more of like, okay, he not playing. So I think that's very helpful too. You know.
Thank you.
Hmm.
So that's what I'm saying, bro. Like that is gonna you're not gonna have that question like, oh, bro, like how long have you been doing? Like, no, bro. Like all that stuff is gonna go away. I promise you.
Hmm. Okay, cool. So I'll go through the slides again, download them, and just try to model them as much as I can, and then we'll go back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, like it's not necessarily about modeling it. It's just about you do what works for you, but just try to get
Hmm.
understand the psychology of what am I doing? Like, why am I doing? Why am I going through it in this order? Like, for why? So there are certain things you want to model. Like, for example, my background. Like, I think that's important. Like, there's a section you probably watched a few years ago, but there's a section at the very beginning, like, hey guys, so I think one thing that you can, okay, I don't remember off the top of my head, but the first thing is like, hey guys, let's go around, introduce ourselves, and what do you want to learn? You want to learn this? You want to learn this? You want to learn this? Cool, cool, cool. All right, guys. Here's the structure rubric that we have. You guys have questions? What else do you guys want to go? Okay, cool. Now, really quick, let's get started with my background. I'll tell my story. And then from there, now I start elementary. I'm like, okay, so, Why ads? What are Google ads, Facebook ads? What are these? Okay, what is the creative? What is the copy? So I'm just kind of building it all up. And then we get into like sales. So it's just kind of going in order. Like, what do people really need to know? You don't need to go over like the smallest little detail, because that'll get too much. But I think just enough to like you're blowing some minds. You're giving people some aha moments. You're getting people to be like, damn, golden nuggets left and right.
Yeah, I guess that's like the main question. Like, what is a golden nugget from my end? Is it just like the system? Is it like the cash flow Kickstarter? Or is it am I talking to them? Because most of these guys that I'm gonna invite, most of them
So,
know
so,
me.
so one of the part, so there's this one slide I had that I've had people reference years. It's like, okay, in a business, there's three parts. There's the creative who makes the videos and photos. There is the marketer who basically distributes that message. And then there's the business owner who creates a product or service. So right now in life, there's you, the creative, and then there's a marketer. The cheat code in business is to basically become the creative marketer. And then I had so many people like change that on their Instagram handle, like I'm a creative marketer. Like, so it's like that gave people a paradigm. Like, oh shit, I'm looking at completely different. So I don't know what that needs to be for you. But that's I think some mindfuckery stuff is like sharing like, hey, here's how most people are getting clients like through ads, and here's why this works, and breaking down numbers and stuff. That would give people a mindfuck moment, I think. Um, I think it'd give people a mindfuck moment of knowing like, okay, here's why we always start an email blast. Here's why. Here's how it works. A lot of people are going to the red, and here's how they go into red, and they really struggle, whatever. Here's why you want to start with an email. Uh, and you're so much more in the green. I don't know, bro. I think the idea is just like take every opportunity you can to just get people just like to try to be a little bit wittier, think outside the box a little bit. Don't stress about it too much. I think the main thing is this, bro. Like you've heard the Mac and Jalen and Ryan here is like, is this guy legit? Does he know his stuff? Is he answering questions on the fly? Legitimacy.
Mhm.
If people feel that, like you're good.
Mm.
Yeah.
If you
Like
don't
that kind of
Yeah.
mind,
stuff.
what are you selling? I just because
Talking to me?
yeah, what are you
What
selling?
am I selling?
Hmm.
I'm doing a low ticket offer, which is the course, basically my entire system. But I sell to martial arts schools, so jujitsu schools, MMA schools, and then I'm transitioning to the coaching offer now, kind of what Coach Sheik is doing. And from there, it's basically just like, hey, like we have the email campaign that we do, and then we have an entire system, kind of like like gym
Oh, okay,
lunch,
okay.
but for jujitsu and MMA gyms.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
so
you
basically
okay?
just like getting students, teaching them how to get students, doing the sales, teaching them how to do sales, and then being able to charge like 4 times more and just
Oh,
teaching the
okay.
entire system behind that.
Oh, okay. So you basically you're trying to get, well, I won't say marts or gym owners to buy into the system so they can be able to get more clients to come and do learn or jujitsu or
Wait, say
whatever
that
you're
again?
teaching. I say you're trying to get like like people like the clients who are gym owners or like martial art gym owners or whatever they're doing to be able to buy into your system to get more people to come learn, whether that's boxing or whatever the case might be.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. So just
Okay.
getting them more leads, getting them more students, and pretty much making them more money.
Oh, okay. Well, shoot, you already one foot in there. You know jujitsu, right?
Yeah, yeah, no, that's not the issue. The challenge is like now just having everything, knowing what to pick from my system and like what I have and what I know, and like packaging that into this workshop. But I think like what Sheik said, I'm thinking about it too much.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I think you did great. So keep grinding, then, bro. I just wanted to know because I was just trying to figure out. You used to keep saying Kickstarter, so I was just
Oh,
like,
okay,
which
yeah, yeah,
Kickstarter?
yeah. Yeah, no, that's just the naming convention that I use
Oh, okay.
for one of my campaigns, for the email campaigns.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay. So yeah, I think yeah, I think just showing that you're being be valuable and that you know what you're talking about. I think
Yeah,
that's the main course. And then even if you keep saying like, oh, they know me, I was like, they don't know you. Just they know who you are, but they don't know that you know the information because they wouldn't be there if they knew it. I'm just saying, like you say I know what I'm talking about, and you just stand on that. You know how it is. Like,
yeah,
just stand on that, and then you be straight. I think everything will work out.
for
Like
sure, for
like
sure.
what Krishik saying, I think you're thinking about it too much, and
I
I can
think so
see that.
too.
Yeah, I think you're. I think you're good. You gotta keep uh like when I ask you like what do you do? Like figure out your catchphrase or how you like, hey, I'm a jujitsu trainer who teaches other jujitsu trainers how to make business of whatever the case might be. And straight like that. Make it simple for somebody like me. They'd be like, okay, what's that?
Yeah.
You know? So like, yeah, yeah, cool. Okay, cool.
Yeah. Thanks,
That's
bro.
something different. That's different. I ain't hear that. Right.
Yeah, bro. I'm glad to hear, man. Like the fact that one sale, two sales are coming in daily, that's just wild, bro. That's just good. So that's like a huge load that, so now it's just we just gotta get this shit done, bro. It's just content, bro. That's all it is. Content
Mhm.
on content, bro. Then
And what I was thinking too is like this, because I don't know if you're familiar with like YouTube content now, like the YouTube strategy, and like how I'm sure you've seen like one of your favorite creators or somebody has like a 6 hour YouTube video, 7 hour YouTube video. And like that's kind of they literally did the same thing, but that's like the strategy, like putting that out there. And that's like their biggest video yet.
yes, it's the same shit. So whenever we're done with this, we might throw it on YouTube as well, bro.
Hmm.
Yeah. So that's it, bro. Like that's usually the biggest lead generator. Now you get it, hopefully. Like that's why those videos do the best
Hmm.
in generating leads. You can't deny that proof, bro. You just can't. Yeah. So and it just hits different than a Zoom video. It's way different. I don't know why, but it's hit different. It's different than a Zoom video.
Yeah.
For a
Yeah.
lead.
I think it's just overall just the authority, right? It's just like you said, you could be having a room full of people, but they're all looking at you saying something, could be saying something stupid, but they're like, all right, this guy's got something to say.
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, what else, bro? Oh, I was gonna say, so you were asking about who to have. The thing is, like it is important. Like for example, I've had people over the years, they like be like, "Oh, how's Lewis doing?" "Oh, I love Douglas because Douglas is a silly rabbit in the video." And so it's like we have like different characters in those videos. So it's like I think if you I remember the other day you were talking about like, oh, inviting people in that that you can kind of stage it. I think part of it is the authenticity of it. So I think having Rami in it and actually like being like, hey, so this is Rami, guys. Rami's actually I've been working hands-on with him. So I think some of the stuff that we talk about, I'm gonna be able to say it, and then Rami will kind of chime in, like it's being real, it's being authentic. And then it's like if you have like three other people, this is the part that's again I'm empowering you to do is like if you find people
Mhm.
that don't know the system, that don't know it, you're gonna see like you're gonna get really good questions, like Mac was saying and stuff, and that is gonna feed into your authority. But if you try like put three, four people in it, and you're like paying people or whatever, or they don't really care about it, like it's not gonna hit as hard.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think the people, I don't think is an issue. Like the people, I got like a pretty good network of school owners here and like people that would join in that I think would make good, a good audience for it. Right. Like, oh, my school owner friends out here. And then the other guys that I work with, like luckily some of them are local too. Um, what do you think about like this is like now it's just like an idea, but some other local leads ish, they're local ish, right? Inviting them over. And they're kind of like they bought the course, but they were actually a referral from
Oh,
Rami.
that'd be great. That'd be perfect. That'd be perfect. Yeah, because here well, the other thing I was going to say that I didn't say earlier is that part of it is making people pay. So every single person you saw in that room, they did pay. So the deal I cut with them is like, hey, I need you guys to pay because I need you guys to take it seriously, and this is very important to me. And then afterwards, I'll refund that back to you unless you guys want more coaching. So the fact that these people paid are going to pay more attention than somebody that you just have for free. So that's a good sign. The ones that did pay, have them there. I would have them there. It's a good idea.
So like the people that bought the course, remember those guys that I'm like, these are local, I'm not gonna do it for them, but
Yeah, yeah. Those would be
invite.
perfect.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, that would be perfect. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, so that I'm not sure about that. I'm like the event thing, like that whole setup, I'm not I got that.
Okay. Yeah. And then you've seen my video, I think having like a wide and then somebody like look at the screen. Like if I were to go back in time, I like the wide angle from the back. And then there's one camera that would have it kind of go look at the monitor and then back at me, monitor back at me. I think that would be good. It's like having one person man that. And then have the wide. That's all you really need.
So the what do you mean like the monitor?
So I'm like kind of I'm so remember I'm
Like
like
having
sitting
like a
I'm
mhm.
sitting down here and then I have like a thing, a TV screen that I'm
Yeah.
like all eyes are on. So it's like I would want the front camera always looking at me and up, just toggling back and forth, kind of. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay. So one directly at the TV and one at you.
Not necessarily. It's like if you can get both in the frame, that would be ideal. Like if
Oh,
you're
I
shooting
see. I see. Yeah.
4K, this way, because like I might point at the screen and I want them to pay attention to that. There are times where
Mhm.
like it's clear on me, but it's blurry, and I have to use like the actual slides or something. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
just
Yeah.
watch it back and you'll see for yourself. But
Yeah.
the wide angle is the one it's like I had a wide angle kind of from the back, was showing kind of my back and it was showing all the guys. That's
Yeah.
your core shot.
Okay. Okay. That's what I was thinking. Like having like you see their heads, but you see me like and them looking at me.
Yeah, because this way you
Okay.
show all the reactions and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's like showing their faces more
Hmm.
instead
Yeah.
of just my face.
Yeah. Here, I'll show you really quick, just really quick. Pulled in 150 new members. So this is the one where I meant like sometimes show the screen, sometimes show myself.
Hmm.
So it's like right now you can't really see the screen that well. You can see me. So it's like during this time, I guess you could, if it was shot in 4K, 6K, I guess you could crop into it. And then this is the wide shot. I'm sorry.
Mm.
Not here. Give me a sec. I haven't found it yet. This is the wide shot. So it's
Oh,
like
that one. Okay.
this.
Yeah.
You can see everybody's reaction, and then you can see me. So it's like you need this wide shot. That's kind of like your bread and butter, and then you need the front shot. So the front shot again, I had somebody like manning it. Um, so I think you get the point. That wide shot and then the front shot is you're good.
Okay. And then you said you gave them like a little like pamphlet or like a little like workshop, like printed out so they could follow along or
Yeah. So everything that's on the screen the whole
uh-huh.
time. So so like this slide that I'm going over right now, for example, that slide, people have access to it um, because it's this right here. So this is what I'm going over through the workshop.
Mm.
So it's like so basically so the way I create my presentation is I just create a slide from slide. So the way you want to think about it is just create the slides in order from first to last. And I just went through these one by one for the workshop.
Hmm.
That's it. So you'll do something like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. And then can you touch on like you had them pay? So like you like it was a reimbursement towards like a credit towards your service or
Yeah, so basically, I remember this is right before this is like back in the day when I was posting stuff, and I had a few people, like all the guys that were in there were always like, messaging me, highly engaged, like would ask me questions. And so what I did is I created an Instagram story. I was like, hey guys, I'm doing this live thing. I'm looking for 4 videographers. If you're interested, whatever. And I had like, I don't know, like 100 people respond to it. And out of those 100, I saw those 4 guys there. And so then I just had a conversation like, hey man, I'd love to have you there really quick. Just so you know what it is, it's free, but I am asking for a $300 deposit. You put down the $300, you come show up. Again, professionalism, all that stuff because it's important, and I'll reimburse that 300 back to you at the end. Is that cool? And every single one of them said yeah.
mm.
Um, so yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, nice.
But I
So you
think
can
I
earn
think
that extra
having
time.
people pay, I think having people pay makes them pay attention. Like if it's just a bunch of free stuff, like they're not going to be as engaged. Once people pay,
Hmm.
more engaged. And then also just like again, if you conduct yourself the right way, everybody's like feeding off of each other's energy and everybody's like super excited. I remember by the end of it, bro, it was like electric. Like I didn't record that at the end of it, but like everybody was so pumped, bro. I remember we went on the fucking sky. Everybody like they wanted to pour drinks. Everybody's like, bro,
Hmm.
this is game changer, bro. This is lights out. Everybody was like so excited afterwards. So that should be the experience, bro.
Mm. Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool.
It should be a really good experience afterwards. People should genuinely at the end of it, they should be like really excited.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Other questions, bro?
The questions. No, that's it. Uh, no, that's pretty much it. That's all I got. Yeah. We
Yeah.
got the
Okay.
Alberto's up and running. We're more in touch. We're more in contact. And so
Okay.
that's a good sign. And now it's like kind of like how it normally should be, right? But just because he was like sick and all that, but now we got the ball rolling again. So the cash flow kickstart, all that stuff, came up with a good offer. Like I feel confident about it.
Okay, good. When did you launch for him?
Not yet, not yet. I'm saying like
Oh,
he's been responsive. We just today we had that coaching call, and then we had the I had him and Rami in there, and then when in the beginning we did like some like kind of catching up with like the offer, like finalizing his offer, like what he's gonna do, all that stuff. And that's pretty much good to go. Now I just gotta go ahead and write the emails, which is easy.
yeah.
And then we can launch like this week.
Cool, cool. All right, good. Good stuff, bro. But yeah, we should be good with him. You know the deal. He should cross the finish line and get that pay in full within 30 days or so. But yeah. All right, guys. If that's everything, Ronnie, Ryan, Mac, Jen, you guys have any more questions?
Mm.
You guys good? Yeah. Okay.
Yep.